But you know who has the best pizza physics in video games? That belongs.
Next is Philip Carter in the BSP car. 39.265. 39.265. Next we got SSM Porsche driven by John Parkoff. 38.9. That's going to put Marvin in the lead in the novice class. Great run for Marvin. Next finish, we got Bowman close to least 37.
What?
11.8 and 12.2. Bad shift. 12.1.
What's happening, everybody? This is Exploding Evo here on a blisteringly hot Texas Sunday morning. With me, as always, is Loco Kiddo, TR Downshift, 2.1, Matt the Quick. Unfortunately, SLDF, a.k.a. Travis, a.k.a. Tenant Gerstweiler, is not able to join us this week as he is in California, sunny California, for a wedding. So, welcome to We Don't Know What We're Doing. I am here, hopefully, with audio. Yes, we do have audio. We do have audio. Let's make sure that our audio is actually coming out of the correct microphone. So we're going to do a quick mic check live on air because we're professionals and we don't know what we're doing. So why don't you say hi to the folks here at home?
Hi, folks here at home.
Hi, guys.
Hi. That was as bad as your insults. All right, Matt.
Hi, this is the most I've ever said.
There you go.
There you go.
It should be like,
All
hi,
right.
this is the most I'll be saying.
Exactly.
I feel like you should have just gone with that.
Hey, lady. Okay, the microphone's
How
over.
you doing?
I just heard you guys, and now I want to kill myself.
Remember, it's down the road, not across the street.
There we go. So I've got my plugging my headphones to the correct headphone deal.
That's
here
something you need
now.
to be teaching everybody that's watching the stream. This is how you properly kill yourself.
So as I had set everything up, except for the actual previous deal here, so I'm going to do that real quick. So why don't you guys talk? What is this brought to you by, guys?
Brought to you by the lady at CVS who is always way too nice.
Way too nice?
To the point that I feel bad about myself for not being a nicer person.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's
That's really nice.
like
Yeah.
that's pretty nice. She's
Brought to you
she's-
by a person who cares way too much for their job.
Well, maybe she cares about other people, and it's not just her job.
Did you guys notice, like, just everyone on the road was horrible today?
I don't know.
didn't
There was
drive.
no one on the road for me.
yeah,
today.
there was
Really?
no one
Yeah.
on the road either.
Oh.
That was-
It always goes in spurts, too. It's like, if there's one bad driver, everyone's a bad driver.
yeah, the 17, and they all try to kill you. Yeah, I know that feeling.
All right, guys, we're going to do a couple of things this week. The first thing I wanted to do was kick us off with a, not just a recap, but an intro to our characters. Some of the characters that are going to be played. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind.
We're not doing that anymore. Sorry for the temptation.
As soon as I said that, I realized that's kind of a bad idea because we're completely unprepared. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't know what we're doing.
Well, also there might be stuff in our character's backstory that we don't want each other to know.
This is true. This is true. You just say strength 15.
Yeah.
Dexterity 45.
I have high.
Wow,
Dexterity
that's
45.
That's really high dex, by the way. That's really, really high.
That's impossible.
Okay, so let's go back in time to a simpler era where we were in the Red Brand Stronghold. When we last left off, our adventurers were making their way through the Red Brand Stronghold. They had just finished off some bugbears, and a new member joins the party, a goblin named Droop. So Droop joined the party here. As they make their way through the rest of the Red Brand Stronghold, they encountered a dark creature known only as a Nothic. Telepathically speaking to them, discerning their secrets, they promptly kill the Nothic and recover the body of Thel. They recover the body of the murdered husband of the people that were going to be auctioned off as slaves and bring him back for a proper burial. So Thel Dendrar, thank you. And returning him for a proper burial. Now, with a sense of urgency to rescue Gundren Rockseeker, the next day our adventurers head out to Cragmaw Castle with a quick detour by an ogre that they stumble upon right at the edge of Neverwinter Forest. At that point in time, they reach the castle at night and decide to continue in with a botched attempt at stealth as our very own bard lands on his bagpipes, alerting the sentries outside and leading to a pitched battle with the goblins. They've just cleared the entrance and things seem quiet as they continue through Cragmaw Castle. So, one thing I do want to say is thanks again, and as always, to Addie Lane. That's ADYLAINE on Facebook. Look her up. She's a Filipino artist and cosplayer. She's really great. She does all of this wonderful artwork that we use every week. Thank you so much. Her brother is Archer Perez. Follow him on Twitch as well. He's a shoutcaster, and as a matter of fact, I believe he's been doing an event for the last couple of days, so congrats to him on that. So here we are back in the castle, Cragmaw Castle. We've just cleared out a few goblins, and by a few I mean like about a dozen or so, including some hobgoblins. And so what we're going to be doing now is continuing through. You did interrogate one of the hobgoblins that let you know that King Grawl is in the northwest part of the castle, and in the southern part of the castle are additional goblins, and that's kind of all of the information you were to find out before Dillian shoved his dagger into the back of the guy's neck.
He's in the northeast part of the castle.
The northeast part of the castle. Is that what I said?
I think northeast. You said northwest.
I meant northeast. I'm sorry. My card.
I was going to say something, but I was drinking on this delicious brisk.
Brisk iced tea. Brisk. Please send us free product. So, all right. Let's see here. I'm sorry, I don't have chat up. So let's see if anybody is in chat. No, nobody's in chat room. Although we do have 8 viewers. So, thank you for viewing. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns,
I am going to go get that doorbell.
Go get it, Bard.
Bard. Nothing like having the doorbell
Making
ring when
noise
you're
always,
streaming.
everywhere he goes.
All right. So let's see here. So we'll go ahead and wait for him as we get set up here. Who's going to be driving Tenant Gerstweil, warrior extraordinaire?
Robo-mech.
I guess I'll help out there. I can always fudge his numbers.
He's just going to face check everything for us anyway.
Pretty much. Well, I think last time I broke a guy's neck with a whip, and that was pretty amazing, if I do say so myself.
And he does say so himself.
I did. All right. Yeah, just sign it. You are now Marvin. Channel your inner Marvin England. And that's my... Sorry. I said that on stream. That's all right, everybody.
His card number is also, if you wanted to know.
My social security number. Okay. So let us get going here with We Don't Know What We're Doing. So you guys are currently in the Northwest. That's why I said it. You had just taken inventory of a large number of weapons in this room, including a couple of great swords, 3 morning stars, 4 long swords, 5 spears, and a fine quarterstaff. I believe you picked up the quarterstaff, if I'm not mistaken.
No.
Who picked up the quarterstaff?
Not I.
I
It was like carbon fiber with...
Oh, well, then yeah, we definitely
with some
have to
chrome.
have
I mean, we
It was really nice.
we picked it up, but I mean,
No one's claimed it.
All right. Oh, by the way, guys, let us know what you think of the new layout. This is something that I kind of thought of a couple weeks ago. We hadn't had time to implement it until last night, so we're trying this out. Want to see what you guys think. Because having cameras hanging from the ceilings where everybody could see kind of didn't really seem super great. But yeah, I definitely would appreciate your feedback on that. So what would you guys like to do? I'm going to put you guys in the storage room that's right next to the rune barracks. So in this room, just to recap, old casks of salted meat and sacks of rotting grain fill this storage area.
Oh, okay. That's the place
Among
where I
the supplies, you see a bloody suit of chainmail, a heavy crossbow, and an unsheathed longsword with the emblem of Neverwinter worked into its hilt.
So on the western wall of this room, there's a door that leads to...
That leads to the barracks where the hobgoblins emerged. Hey, what's up, Francis? How you doing, brother? Thanks for stopping by.
so it's a heavy crossbow, not just a crossbow.
Yeah, it's a heavy crossbow.
Okay. I don't know if I can use that then.
You can try your damnedest.
Do you have identify yet?
rack it
I
back.
don't have identify.
I thought about taking it, but I was just like,
Why don't we just take them anyway? Someone can use that longsword later.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's just take the long
how
sword.
about I just use the longsword even if I don't know what it does?
It's just a long
Long sword of berserking.
It's just a long sword. How do you not know how to use a sword?
It's a long sort of micro penis, and
Well, it has an
the
emblem on it.
longer the blade gets, the shorter yours does.
all right.
It's like Pinocchio, only backwards.
It's a dagger now.
Why don't you do an intelligence insight check for me?
All of us?
No, just Bard guy.
Sure.
Intelligence.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 3.
Okay.
That's a
Yeah,
plus
you don't
1, 4.
really gain any insight on this longsword.
Okay.
Can I twirl it around my hands and see what
Go
what's
for
going
it.
on with it?
Yeah, do an insight check.
It's about a half gram heavy on the
Insight.
back end.
Insight. Intelligence.
It's cocked. Oh, 20.
All right. You realize that this gear belongs to Sildar. There's a pair of underwear that has his name written
Yeah.
in Sharpie.
Man, I wish I could have
I didn't realize that guy was a freak like that. Did y'all? I mean, what
There you
happened?
go. So,
All right.
okay. Why don't you go ahead and do a perception check?
Okay. Nat 20 plus 3, 23.
Okay. You find as you kind of go
14.
through the supplies in this room, you actually notice that one of the casks is an exceptional dwarven brandy. It's a very small cask. It has about 20 glasses of brandy. Yeah, this is just a very high quality item.
Hey guys, I found some good stuff. We might want to take this with us.
We can get sloshed later. Let's continue on.
Yeah, that might be hard to carry with us throughout this castle.
Actually, that'd be a great sight though, because you're just going around with some brandy. Oh man, what's that character from Gragas? Yeah, like Gragas style from League of Legends, just going around. Oh, it's my grog.
All right. Well
So
then,
leave that there for now.
if that's it in the room,
Let's go ahead and take a look in the barracks. I'm gonna go ahead and do a stealth check.
That was where you guys already came from. That's where you
Where
came
the
from.
hobgoblins came from.
Yeah, that's you went in there.
Oh, we went in there.
Yeah.
The room on the opposite side then.
Okay.
The mess hall? Mess hall? Is that
No.
what you're talking about?
So that's to the east is a door. You don't know what's to the east of you. You do know that that's kind of the main hall area. Actually, you know that this is like the altar. This is where basically where the goblin shrine is. And then south of you is the other barracks for goblins, and to the east of that is the mess hall.
So this is our north and south, so that makes it east and west.
All right, let's.
So we need
check
to head
these
east. Let's go take a look.
Doors.
No, none of these people are my friends, Francis. They've trapped me here. Call the police now.
yes, he's our prisoner.
I don't know about y'all, but I was paid $30 an hour to be here.
Good man.
Now you get nothing. That was in your contract. All right.
Get nothing and you'll like it.
All right. So let's see here. Where do you guys want to go?
I was gonna go check out the east door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dark
I rolled a
hall.
15 plus 7, so 23. 22.
Second here.
I'm very sneaky, sir.
I'm sorry, what'd you roll?
22.
22.
22 still the check.
All right. So you peek in the room and you see this chamber occupies the northern tower of the castle. A stone altar stands in the middle of the room, covered with a blood-stained black cloth. Golden ritual implements, a chalice, a knife, and a censer are carefully arranged on top of the altar. Two archways to the south are covered with heavy curtains. In this room, you also see, let's see here, 3 goblins praying or kneeling before the altar, apparently praying to their evil god. Why has he got to be evil?
What corner were they in?
They are in kind of the middle of the room facing north currently, and you're on the west side of the room.
Okay, behind them or in front of them?
You're behind them.
Okay, so the door opens to the south.
And the door is on the west side of the room. It opens...
On the west side, but it's
Yeah.
on the south side of the room.
No, it's on the west side of the room.
It's south of the goblins that are
Yes, it's south of the goblins.
I get it's on the west side, but I'm trying to get the north and south position.
I would say they're almost directly in front of you by about 10 feet. This room is about 20 feet across and maybe 20 feet wide at its widest point. To your left, the room kind of curves around in a tower, in a kind of a half tower area. To your right is about 7 feet or so before you hit those curtains with a wall in the middle. So there's a curtain, wall, and then curtain there, and those curtains are about 5 feet wide. The wall in the middle is about 10 feet wide, so 20 feet.
On the northern wall?
On the southern wall.
On the southern wall. Oh, okay.
To your left is the north, to the right is your south.
Okay.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtains.
All right. Let me go ahead and duck back, saying we got 3 goblins in here. Looks like there's some sort of weird ritual going on.
Okay.
I'm gonna shank them.
Well, no,
All right.
I mean,
I'll go in with you.
What, you want to get them while they're praying? That's mean.
That's the
Why
perfect
wouldn't we
opportunity.
take
It is an evil god.
Do you?
I got something.
How do we know it's an evil god?
So,
Goblin's god
I'm going to
is
go ahead and do
actually
a
chaotic
stealth check into the room behind the curtains to see if I can hear them. 21.
Hey, what's up, Jill? How you doing? Getting pro, yeah. Hey,
20.
how do you like the new
20,
layout?
21.
We spent. I'll send you a picture of what it actually looks like behind the scenes. It's an enormous mess in this room. We've managed to hide it moderately
Masterfully
well.
hide it.
Moderately well. I don't know if you can tell this room is a huge mess, but there's just garbage all over the floor. No.
And in the seats.
And in the seats. Oh, thank you. Well done. Oh, what did I just do? I just closed my chat. Okay, there we go.
Oh, well.
Good night, Francis. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Good night, Francis.
Where's Francis?
Say good night, Francis.
Good night, Francis.
All right.
Watch out for
Hey,
Deadpool.
thanks for the host. Kill 681883.
So I'm trying to see if I can hear what the goblins are worshiping.
So
20.
you can't speak Goblin, can you?
No.
Okay, so you just hear the muttering. Sounds like prayers
Sounds like prayers.
in Goblin.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go in stealth check to go in with.
All right, roll, sir.
All right. So that is a 19.
Okay. Yeah, they don't notice you.
Alrighty then.
Should I go fail my stealth check to go in?
Nope. We're gonna.
Nope.
We're
okay.
we're gonna go ahead and attack. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to backstab the southernmost goblin, since there's 2 in a pair.
Well, they're all lined up east to west.
East to west.
East to west.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, then I'm gonna stab the one in the middle.
Okay, so that's the big one. Hang on one.
You just said there's 3 goblins.
Yeah. The one in the middle is a little bit bigger.
Slightly bigger. Okay.
Slightly bigger.
I gotta.
I mean, it's not like
Well,
he's.
do you want me to go with you?
It's not
do you
like
want to
he's an
attack it
ogre.
at the same time?
Yes, we're gonna be attacking.
Okay.
this.
Size-
Okay, yeah, you guys will have a surprise attack run. Everybody's at full health, or give me a
I
check
am.
of
I'm
HPs
currently at
here.
full health.
I'm at 29. Yeah.
I think I'm full.
Full here. Double check.
Okay, I don't have any damage listed here for you guys, so
Oh, no, I think I was at -5. But we leveled up, so that automatically healed us, right?
no.
Is that how it works in games?
That's exactly how it works all the time.
That's how it works in real life, maybe, but not in games.
In real life, when I level up, I get all my hit points.
Every birthday, you're cured of all diseases.
All right, so here we go.
It should work like that.
I rolled a 21 to the center goblin.
The real life game designer kind of sucked.
All right.
Drop the
I
ball.
probably-
What's happening?
I probably
We just
failed.
started,
I
Vinny.
got
How
a
you
9.
doing, man?
Okay.
What'd
So
you-
I got on the center goblin. I got a 21 on my attack.
Oh wow. Okay, so yeah, you definitely hit. And how much damage are you gonna do?
All right. So
are you
my
doing-
attack automatically gets a critical hit because it's a surprise because I am now an assassin.
Okay.
So
Oh, wait. So does surprise roll advantage?
No.
No, of course not.
advantage rolls advantage though.
I'll let you know when you have advantage.
All right. So let me get my D.
You have surprise. You don't have advantage.
D6. So I'm going to use my short sword.
Roll.
So first one, it's 2 plus 5. So that
it'd be
is
4
plus
5.
3.
So it'd be,
Sorry, 4 plus 3. So that's 7 damage.
Well, it's multiplied by 2.
Yeah. Oh, I got the plus. It's plus 3, not plus 5.
Oh. Okay.
So it's 2 plus 2, 4 plus
7
3, 7 damage.
for the first
plus
one.
the sneak attack, which is 4. So that's 11 damage.
Okay. All right, so that's the first hit, and your next one. Give me everything that you're gonna do.
All right, the next hit, I will go ahead and follow up with my short sword. So 5 damage, so 16 damage to the goblin in the center.
I probably don't get to offhand since I missed the first attack, right?
Did you miss the first attack?
Yeah.
No, you get to offhand because
Okay.
you just have to do an attack, melee attack, and you get to do both.
All right, the offhand probably hits. It's a 21.
Yeah, it definitely hits. Goblins, you hit on a 15.
Yeah. So then I will roll my damage, which is going to be, and you said it's surprise, so it's twice.
No.
I get it.
He gets.
I'm
a
an
crit.
assassin, so I
Because
get
of
it.
his
I automatically
stuff.
crit on a
Yeah.
surprise.
Okay, so then that's 7 damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you attack the nearest one or the furthest one?
Nearest one.
Okay. So you guys come in. You both creep in quietly behind these goblins, and you see them there, and there's muttering and in these low chanting voices, praying to their evil god. As suddenly you kind of dash in and come up behind this one, severing him both his spine and drawing across his neck at the same time. So as a spray of blood covers the altar, he just completely goes limp and falls like into your arms, and you just kind of lay him to the ground. The second goblin, actually, you kind of slash in, and just as you do that, he kind of bows, does this like bowing movement, so the air like whizzes right across his head. Damn! As he starts to stand up and kind of turn and is like, what the hell was that? You know, the second sword just comes across and you lop his head clean off. So the second goblin comes down, and gentlemen, let's roll for initiative.
All right,
Those
I got
guys are
7.
19.
Okay. Hang on 1 second here. I gotta kill these guys from my Excel spreadsheet because that's how it goes.
So we killed 2 goblins. Awesome.
16, 18. Okay, Dillian. What's your initiative?
19.
All right. Shin.
7.
7. Zero. 11. Tanik gets what's his initiative modifier?
I think it was a +3.
Hang on 1 second here. DJ.
21.
21. All right. And our good friend Goblin here rolled an 18. So let me just figure out what his thing is, and we shall be good to go. So welcome again to all of you who are just now joining us to We Don't Know What We're Doing. Hope you like the new layout. We kind of messed around with things last night, getting everything ready to go, and now we've got this new layout, so we're not just showing the camera hanging from the ceiling of my dining room, along with the just the whole room. So we've got everybody kind of broken up into groups here. So yeah, and there's DJ in all of his glory.
Presenting
House Grayskull.
Oh crap! Hold on, I gotta race. Vinny.
Why does it have to be about race?
Awesome.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
All right, who wins? They peel out in a cloud of tire smoke, and exploding Evo comes around the corner. It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning. All right, so Tanik Gerstweil, let's see what he has. Let's see what he has going on here. Okay, load. Thank you. Okay, here we go. +3. So he rolled himself a 6, like a boss.
With the initiative?
Yeah, that was what he rolled. It
Like-
3 + 3.
Like all the bosses we one-shot.
Yeah, pretty much. So DJ, so you've just seen these guys mop up a couple of goblins in this room through the doorway. At this point in time, there's a third goblin that's in there. He actually looks like he's about to start running for help. He is roughly 15 feet in front of you. What would you like to do?
I want to yell at him and tell him his god doesn't exist.
Are you doing vicious mockery?
Yes.
All right. I want to hear you yell it to him.
Your god does not exist.
All right.
You should just say, where is your
Oh yeah. He rolls a saving throw.
Yes.
What's a saving throw?
DC 13.
Okay. 19. His faith is actually -1. As 18 says. What does
We
he
can't
say?
understand it.
You can't understand what he says.
He can
I can't think of it.
common, right?
But,
Oh, okay.
yeah, so he screams back at you with a battle cry, and
It's got that Tracer look where she's just like,
as you realize his faith is not shaken by your
Aw.
words. Dillian, what would you like to do, sir?
well, as the blood is spraying from the middle goblin, I just turn with a wicked smile to pounce on the guy running. So let's go ahead and do a backstab.
All right.
Let's see, 8 plus 5, 13.
You miss. Unfortunately, the goblin ducks out of the way. He's about the same size as you and is just as nimble as he dodges off to one side, renewed by a belief, a strengthening of the faith in his god. He actually gains. The goblin gains inspiration.
You're welcome.
Oh dear God.
Which way is he running? Is he running to the north?
No, at this point in time, he actually, with his inspiration, he decides to attack you.
Yeah, he's all
Oh,
like,
he's inspired.
yeah.
And he
You're
rolls
welcome.
he rolls a 20
Damn.
and hits you
One hell of a goblin.
for 6 damage.
Ooh, that's a bastard.
So he brings his scimitar down and just what's up, Francis?
Why is he praying
Oh,
with his
sorry, I didn't see
scimitar?
that.
Got hidden under his clothes, his robes. Gotta keep your thing strapped on you at all times.
My thing's always strapped on.
Oh boy.
Phrasing. All right. So we are now over to Ciro.
Awesome.
I'm gonna use my bonus action. I still have a bonus action. It's just he attacked me during inspiration, so I guess I was going to back off after the miss.
No. He attacked you.
Yes, but I still have a
that was
bonus action.
You missed your turn.
Oh.
Okay.
His attack was the goblin's turn.
The thing is if I missed, I was going to use my bonus action to disengage, and then he wouldn't have hit me. But I'm guessing because he got inspiration, that was an opportunity attack.
No, it
So
wasn't.
I
It
couldn't-
wasn't an opportunity.
Yes,
attack.
he
It
wouldn't
was
have had
his
the
turn.
chance because I would have been able to disengage because I missed it. And you're like, he gains inspiration. I'm like, all right, I'll let him finish his little flow because I guess it goes beforehand.
I thought that was your turn.
No, because I have bonus action, so I was going to
Okay, what are
also
you gonna do?
disengage.
And you're gonna
after
move?
missing. Yes, and then I was going to hide behind him, or just disengage and just stand behind him.
All right.
Because I can't roll hide and disengage
All
at the
right.
same time.
Roll. Well, I'm gonna with his inspiration, I'm gonna actually say that he still makes his way around and hits you. I'm not gonna retcon this. He hits you.
Okay.
You
Well,
take 6
at
damage.
least now he's now
Zero.
standing in front of
Kill this
Shin.
goblin.
Alright.
Hey, Bianca, how you doing? Thanks for.
He
thanks for
chases me
stopping
back
by.
during my disengage.
What's
because-
up, Midrash? Welcome, sir.
Has this fella been hit yet?
He has not been hit.
No.
Oh, but he's standing right in front of Shin.
Yeah, he's out in the open. You are ready to hit him.
Yeah, I'm not near them, so if you just want to use your AoE, that's fine.
Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
nah, I'm
Thank
cool.
you, DJ. We
No
appreciate
worries.
that.
No worries.
So he's about 10 feet in front of me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
Playing some
I'll
D&D
cast my new cantrip Poison Spray,
today. Ooh.
which description is you extend your hand towards a creature you can see within range, which is 10 feet, and project a puff of noxious gas from your palm. The creature must succeed a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 poison damage.
Interesting. Okay.
So the Constitution saving throw is 12.
All right. So he rolls an 8. And so, yeah, you extend your hand out, and how much damage are you doing?
Oh, 2.
He gets kind of a bad whiff.
He gets a cough. Just a little cough.
A
We're
little bit
having
of
a
blood
lot of
sprays
trouble
out of that
with
cough. He is still in the fight, however, only taking 2 damage. So we now go over to Shin.
All right. So then
All
what
right,
I'm
Francis.
going to do
Good night, Bianca. Thank you for stopping
is
by.
I'm just going to turn right around and swing at him with my short sword since he ran behind me to
Yep,
go
yep.
chase DJ. I mean, chase
Dillian.
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 All right. So the first one, and that is a 19.
Oh,
for
wow.
the
Yeah, that
attack.
hits.
And then the first attack, and that's a 9.
All right. Do you want to stop there, or?
I can go again. I actually have another attack now. I have another attack action.
If
Use
you
it.
would like to do
Just
that, you are more
use
than
it.
welcome to use it.
All right. And that is going to be a 17, so that hits. And then the next one, and that is a 6. That is a 11, and then I get to roll an extra d8 because of my new ability.
Jeez Louise.
So
Just
that's only 1
evaporates.
point.
I would just like to point out that you guys are only level 3.
Yeah.
And you're like complaining that it's too hard.
And you're-
Hey,
I'm
what's
not
up, Brown?
complaining.
Asking for
Welcome
2
to the
points.
stream. We are doing some Dungeons and Dragons here. We've just engaged a group of goblins in a goblin shrine, and here is where he rolls the 19 for damage. We're gonna see if he can take this goblin down after these messages.
Also, after he already took 2 points of damage.
Yeah, after he took 2 points of poison damage from a very foul smell.
Oh, I still have my offhand too.
Oh, wait, how much damage have you done?
19 damage, I think you said.
I still have my offhand too. You want me to use it?
Yeah, go for
I
it.
what else are you gonna do? As a
All
bonus
right,
action,
Overkill!
The offhand actually is 11, so that one misses.
You hit him
Okay.
so hard he comes back to life.
so you kind of jump in with like you do this like spin midair and come right down. The force of your sword cleaving completely through this goblin, all the way down to the pelvis, where this thing just kind of suddenly splits open and falls to the ground. Of course, as it's falling, you kind of come down with your second sword, but that misses, taking a little bit of the coolness out of this move. But you did cleave this thing almost completely through.
In 20.
Now putting you in the lead for who's going to be in the next drawing. We've got 3 drawings, by the way. Again, thank you to Addie Lane, ADYLAINE. Did I spell that right? ADYLAINE.
So is it dead?
Addie Lane. Oh.
I think so. It's in 2 pieces.
That's actually going to be
So
a great,
again, thanks to
great
Addie
shot.
Lane. Find her on Facebook. She does the artwork for us every week. Definitely want to check her out. And if you need emotes, if you need artwork done, she's definitely the person to message. She's got great prices and really nice person to work with. So yeah, so there you go. You've kind of cleared the room here. Everything quiets down. You guys take a quick look around to see if anyone's noticed anything. It doesn't look like you don't hear any voices or anything like that. Everybody do a perception check for me.
So that is going to be 21.
I got perception of 21.
Wow.
And I got 21 as well.
I have my passive perception of 10.
Okay.
All right.
Hang on, Cool Shader. Hey, what's up, Matt? How you doing? Welcome to the stream here. Okay, so just to give you what you look at here, you see that the chalice, the knife, and the censer, which is just for containing incense, are human-made art objects. The chalice is worth probably about 150 gold, 60 gold for the knife, and 120 gold for the censer, respectively. You don't really see anything else.
Is there anything
What's
special
happening,
about the
Masticum?
knife?
No, not that you can tell.
Can I tell more about the altar through religion?
There's not. You don't really need to roll. It looks like it's been dedicated to Maglubiet, the god of goblins and hobgoblins. It's just been repurposed.
What was the third item?
The goblins. It was a censer, CENSER. It's kind of a cage for containing incense, and yeah, it's worth about 120 gold.
Nice. A chalice, 150, a 60
Yeah.
gold knife.
So yeah, this black, blood-stained black cloth. Those ritual elements are all made of gold themselves, so that's about how much weight in gold that you see there. Hey, thanks for the cheer, Jill. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. So you guys have kind of cleaned everything up here. Tannic decides, well, let's move the bodies, and you kind of pile them all behind the altar there. You think no one will really notice the blood, since there's blood kind of everywhere already from sacrifices and whatnot.
Sacrifices, yeah.
And so yeah, just maybe some fresh new blood on the floor.
Well, I mean, that's all we were doing, so does the goblin god, give us a bonus now?
No, definitely not. You're killing his
Unfortunately.
children. Okay, so at this point in time, you guys have a door to your east.
Is there any stats on the knife? Is it just a normal dagger? Like 1d4
I would say,
plus 3?
yeah, if you want to... No, it actually would not be useful in combat because it's made of gold. And gold is a very soft metal, so it would probably break or bend.
Solid gold? Or is it a gold owl? There's some decorative swords out there in gold.
Dillian, you silly man. My short swords will cut through a golden knife.
Yeah, they would. It would probably break if you tried to use it in combat. You know what? Feel free to use it in combat.
No, I just want to see if there's any stat bonuses.
It'll do
on
1d4 damage if you roll with it.
1d4, no plus. Oh.
Well, you wouldn't know if it was magic or not until you actually used
Wield it? Yeah.
it. Yeah, or if you got it identified. Roll an Arcana check.
Sure.
Difficulty 10.
I passed with the 6.
They're not magic.
Sorry, guys. No magic for you.
Nothing cool. All right.
All right.
Well, let's go back out the
What's
north
happening?
tower.
Thanks for the host, Jill.
Well, what about the curtains? Anything behind the curtains?
Okay, if you would like, you can do a perception check. Or, no, a stealth check, I'm sorry.
Okay, stealth check.
Not you.
Alright.
I don't know why I'm helping you guys.
Oh, wow. I only got 13.
Okay, hang on one second here.
Okay, so that is 23 for my stealth check.
Well, since I'm going first, I have to resolve it.
Yeah, hang on one second here. Nope, doesn't see you, so nothing sees you. So you take a look, you kind of peek into the curtain, and this room is completely black. It has no exterior light. You either would need to have
This is
a
on the
light
east
source.
wall or the south wall?
South.
Okay.
So what can I see?
Looking into this room, you see this high, narrow hall looks like it might have been part of a chapel or shrine at one time. There's angelic figures are sculpted along the room's upper reaches, looking down on the floor below. To the north, heavy curtains where you're peeking through block a matching pair of archways. You do let a tiny bit of light in. Between the archways on your left-hand side is a cracked but ornately carved stone brazier. Do a perception check for me. Difficulty 15.
Yeah, I fail.
Okay, yeah, you don't really see anything else in the room.
Now, I could go into the room because in darkness, I'm invisible to things that use dark vision. So if it's all goblins here, goblins have dark vision, don't they?
Goblins do have dark vision.
So I could go inspect.
No, go
Yeah.
right on ahead, because
All right.
Okay,
I don't see-
do another stealth check for me.
That one is a 24.
All right. You make your way into the room. You don't really see anything yet. Do another perception check. I'll give you another perception check.
That one is going to be a 10.
Okay, let me do a quick contest to that. Yeah, you still don't see anything, but you do hear some rustling above you.
Okay.
this was, I guess, on the balcony above from the old chapel.
What's that?
I guess on that balcony.
Yeah,
above.
yeah, up above you, you don't really see anything. So, but nothing else has detected you either. As you make your way through this room, let me give you. You don't really see anything else Yeah, you don't really see anything else that.
Okay.
in
You
the room
mentioned
so
that there
far.
were 2 archways, right?
Yeah, so you're in the room now. Where would you say that you're in? So there's the archways are where you came from.
Mm-hmm.
So the one you came from, and then there's another one on the other side of the wall from you.
Okay.
And then to your. So I'm assuming you came in from which side, the east or the west side?
Let's say the east.
Okay, so on your right hand side, there's a stone brazier there, where basically someone you might be able to light a fire possibly, or people burn stuff in that. There's nothing else in this room except above you the statues and whatnot in this room.
Okay,
So,
and there's
hey,
nowhere
thank
else
you
to
for the
go from
follow, Cedric. What's that?
Is there nowhere else to go from there?
There's a doorway to your right and to your left-hand side. So the left-hand door leads east, further east, and then the door to your right-hand side looks like it leads back into that hallway where you first entered.
Okay. Let's do a stealth check to enter the doorway that leads east.
Okay.
And that is going to be a 24.
Okay, so you peek into what is like a ruined hallway. You don't really see anything in there at all. On your left-hand side is a curtain leading to an area north, which is basically directly to the like another tower area north of where you are. And then to your right-hand side is another curtain leading to a southern part of what is probably the hallway. And then directly in front of you, about 25 feet, is a doorway.
Okay.
Is that lit?
But this whole area, there is some light in this area here, but he can see.
Yeah.
I would say it'd be dim light, so to him it's like bright light.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still peering in and seeing darkness, so I'm beckoning to the other guys. I can't see shit right now.
Okay. I don't want to venture too far away from the party, so what I'll do then is.
So if you guys want to continue east, you would either need to go east through that door that you discovered. So that's basically what you've determined here. Or you'll need to go back through that barracks where you fought the goblins in the south end of the main hall.
Wasn't there an east
Well,
exit to the Goblin
let's-
Shrine as well?
Not from where you guys are right now. Not from where you are. There's no doors leading east. There's only the two curtains to the south.
Yeah, we
okay.
go
and a
back to the
door
current. Yeah.
to the west.
Well, right now the two elves have dark vision, so we can put him leading front while you can lead the rear.
And he has
I
dark
have
vision
dark
as well.
vision.
Okay,
Half
and then you
elf.
could be in the middle with it. So we can go Shin, Tannic, then DJ, then me.
I
Then
feel like he should roll disadvantage on all stealth checks because he carries bagpipes. Hey, what's up, AJ?
I
Well
rolled
done.
bad
Mark,
enough
he was there.
without
Congratulations.
rolling disadvantage.
I'm
Okay,
just
so
kidding.
then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to tell them what I found in the doorway that leads east.
Okay.
now the only thing is we're gonna have to do a stealth check once we get into that dark area because there's definitely something in there.
There's something in there.
Before we go east, should we check out what those doors south were in the hall from the main hallway? The other barracks.
So you do know that
The-
in
yeah,
that
it was just
area,
oh.
south is the is the eating place.
The mess hall, yeah.
the mess hall is the hobgoblin referred to it. So you do know that there are probably enemies there.
Yeah. Should go clear them out.
I'd rather just continue heading east because the King Grawl is going to be where we're going.
I want to kill.
They might come in.
Cyril, I want you to say that again.
No, I don't want-
kill.
It's always the
somebody
quiet
clip
ones.
that. I want to
It's
kill.
always the quiet ones.
Well, we don't want these guys coming up behind us at some point. Then they're gonna be done eating at some point. I think Ciro should just go in with his big old fireball and just light them all up.
We're already here.
Julian,
Yeah,
is their opinion?
I say we can find the king, motherfucker. We're gonna push the party toward the darkness. So
Okay.
Shin is now leading. So does he have to roll
Yep.
another?
We're gonna
stealth check?
we're doing stealth checks all over again, guys.
Alright,
as
so
we
Shin
re-enter the
first.
room.
Okay, that's probably gonna fail. That's a 7.
A 7.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'm glad you're going in first because we're all behind the curtain still.
That's okay.
See what happens when we don't kill the other goblins. They're gonna come up now because they heard him and.
Okay. Yeah, you keep going into the room. Keep going, guys. What's happening?
Tannic's next.
Mhm.
So roll a stealth check for Tannic.
All right. Wait, Tannic doesn't have dark vision.
Well, we're leading in line for the party.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Shin's leading, then Tannic, then DJ because DJ can see
Yeah.
if there's anything Tannic might.
If I can see anything in the middle.
Now, for everybody that does not have dark vision, for your attacks, you're going to be rolling disadvantage if you fight in this room. Yeah, he rolls a 7 plus 3, so he rolls a 10.
Oh, it's better than.
All right. So
Jen.
now I roll.
Yep.
I got 17 plus.
Yep, you're good.
Plus 2. I got 19.
You're good.
So my bagpipes are absolutely fine.
Your bagpipes are fine. All right.
I'm next.
Okay.
I'm the only one that's gonna pass my stealth check.
13.
5.
Yeah, but plus 7, so I get 12. But I
Okay.
still pass.
And Ciro.
5.
All right. Ciro drops like just a whole bunch of like
Cantrips?
he knocks over a glass and it shatters on the no. So you guys enter the room. You don't really see anything. Everybody. What's actually? I have your stuff here. Never mind. I don't need to ask that.
Yeah, don't ask.
Don't ask. Don't. I will tell them. Oh snap!
Should I do another perception check?
Wait a minute.
Since I
Yeah,
missed
Oh
it?
no! Math has no gas.
That pizza's gonna be so cold.
Oh, this is true. This is true. I'm sorry, guys. Should have ordered earlier. You guys should have got here
Hey, we were here.
earlier. Okay. So. Yeah. All right. So you guys notice this snake-like monster slithering down the wall. Its scales scraping against the rock. It realizes it's been found out, and it drops to the middle of the room and lets out a. I can't do it.
That's
As these tentacles unfurl from the front, revealing a beak in the middle. Let's roll some initiative, fellas.
All right, so I got 16 initiative.
Hang on 1 second. 16 for Shin.
got 4 plus 3 is 7. Whoa.
13 for 16 for Tunic as well.
So we have to roll off.
Yeah. Let's do a roll off. 16 again.
Yeah, you win.
Okay, so you'll just drop one spot to him. DJ,
13.
Dillian,
4 plus 3 7.
Ciro,
9.
Niner.
Hey, Dillian, we should come
my
up with
mob.
a tag team move between Dillian and DJ where we give them the D.
Has rolled a.
No. No.
No?
I'm still going to pay you a copper to shut
Wait,
up.
what did I roll? Okay, 3.
But there will be a move called the D&D later, I imagine.
Oh, okay.
So, guys, you kind of are all facing this monster in the middle of the room. You guys, without dark vision, can't really make out anything, but you have heard this noise.
So let me ask you, does the monster have dark vision?
Yes, it does.
So I'm invisible to it.
Okay, that's good to know. Tannic is up first, so he takes his whip and
How about he lights
he actually-
the side thing for us?
actually
Yeah.
he pulls out a torch in one hand.
No, not even the torch in the one hand. There's a little thing about probably 5 to 10 feet
The
for us.
brazier?
Yeah, on the eastern wall. He can light that up.
Oh, well, I'm not invisible anymore. Damn. Okay.
Yeah,
I'd
if you
rather
guys
have
light that up.
2 extra people fighting than one person invisible.
That's true.
Let me check one thing here. Oh.
Does it give light stats for?
Yeah. Okay. So there's a mound of coal in there. He takes a quick look at that, realizes that the coal isn't gonna burn very brightly. So he just whips out a torch and lights that instead to kind of light up the room, and now you guys can engage.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's his action. So Dillian, or Shin, I'm sorry, Shin.
Okay.
you're up.
there's no way I'm next.
Yeah, sorry, Shin.
All right, so then I will
You're on
attack
my-
with my
You're on
short
my hit
swords.
points thing.
So
Dillian,
then-
you're -6, right?
Yep, I'm at 16.
Okay.
So then that is going to be a.
Give me 1 second.
That's going to be a 16.
All right. Yeah, you definitely get a hit
Okay.
on that.
And the damage will be 9.
Niner. All right.
And then I'll take my second attack action.
Mm-hmm.
And that one is going to be a 12. I don't know if that hits. Probably
The
not.
12 does not hit.
Okay, so then I'll use my offhand. That does not hit either.
Okay. So wait, what? Okay. So you did 2 attacks?
3, actually.
Oh, 3 attacks. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, so you come in stabbing at this thing, and your first attack connects across the scales of this thing as you draw blood. The thing reels back and cries out. Can somebody do the grit? What? Yeah, it cries out, and then it reels back as it takes some damage there. DJ, you're up.
I'm up. Alright. Guess I'll just run up and try to stab it with my rapier.
All right.
Nice. I got a 22.
All right, that hits for sure.
So, let's use this. 6 points of piercing damage.
Ooh, very nice.
Oh, chat is awesome. All right. So I'm sorry, how much damage?
6.
Okay, great. So you get a good stab on this thing, kind of dodging as one of its tentacles whips by your head, and you kind of lunge in, stabbing it in the main body of this snake-like creature.
It has a snake-like body with tentacles.
Tentacles at the head that kind of, so like it would look like a worm, except the tentacles split open into 4,
And there's a bird.
and there's a
Okay.
beak in the middle of that. So
Okay.
it's kind of the stuff of
Kinda
nightmares. The stuff of nightmares. Yes, it sounds like in Dumb and Dumber when they're in the car and it's like, you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? That's kind of what it sounds like. There you go. There's a picture there.
Oh, okay.
So if you guys want to see
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
what it looks like, it's the stuff of nightmares, ladies and gentlemen.
Almost like a demigorgon.
Kind of.
It's more like a Slimmy Gorgon.
All right. So, I'm sorry, you did 6 damage, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So now we go over to Zero. What would you like to do, sir?
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast, tried and true. Hits 60% of the time. It hits every time,
But not this time.
12.
but not this time. Indeed.
Just curious,
yeah. So
if he Eldritch Blasts and I'm after him in turn order, would I no longer have disadvantage if we didn't have light? Because technically I could attack because it's lit up from his Eldritch Blast. That's if he hits.
well, there's a torch in the room, so you don't have this.
Well, I'm just saying, if there was no torch, I could do
No.
that, right?
No.
Why not? It
The light
lights
would
up
be
the
gone.
It
would
lights
be
up the
gone.
target,
It would be gone.
but I would know where the target is. Unless it
unless
moves.
which it could. So
you're at
yeah,
disadvantage.
you're still at disadvantage. You don't know
Oh,
where it
okay.
is. So no.
All right.
Anyway, so yeah, you fire off that bolt of force comes flying out of your hand, strikes a rock wall. You hear rock chips go flying off in the darkness, which you can see. He can't. And Dillian, you are now up.
All right. Let's go ahead and
Hey AJ,
stab him with my short sword.
well done. You're welcome, sir.
12
Congratulations.
plus 5, so 17.
That hits.
Sweet. Let's hit it with the short sword, and I get sneak attack because Shin just attacked.
Mm-hmm.
So we're both there. So
Within 5 feet. Yeah.
3 plus 3, that's 6, plus the sneak attack with 4, so that is 10 damage.
10 damage. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So you are you continuing your attack?
I am now disengaging. Just disengage behind Shin.
You're not gonna
So-
press your attack?
No, I've already been hit and wounded.
Okay.
You know, the fact that he's arguing means that he's saying you're about to kill it.
All right. So so that's the end of your turn.
Yes,
All
that's
right.
the end of my turn.
Can I go now?
No.
I'm just kidding. All right.
No
So
whammy, no
yeah,
whammy, no whammy, no whammy,
you
stop.
lunge in there as well, pressing kind of the damage that's been done so far, and taking a stab directly into the wound that's already been dealt by Shin. You kind of go deeper in there, kind of in a cruel sort of way, hurting this thing as much as possible before ducking back behind and doing a quick sidestep behind Shin. It knows you're there. So,
Hi, Trish.
anywho, hey, what's up, Trish? How you doing? Thank you for stopping by. What, AJ? Hello. Yay. Okay, so now this monster sees Shin in front of him. It takes a swing. Unfortunately, so it basically snaps forward with its tentacles, kind of trying to whip him and grab onto his arm. Shin just kind of dodges deftly to one side as it snaps over his head and comes back over to Tannic. He pulls out his whip and takes a swing and hits, dealing... Where's my D4? So he whips this thing, only doing
Whips it good.
1d4 plus 5. So yeah, so he comes in with the whip here, lashes the thing, and kind of pulls it to the ground as it kind of falls to his feet, and then he stomps on the beak with his boot, and the thing is now kind of breathes its last as it finally dies. You guys take a rest here quickly and recover your breath in this dark room.
Can I take a look around to see if there's anything of value? Since the torch is still
As a
going?
matter of fact, whenever Tannic went over to the deal there, he saw kind of something in the coals, and he just did a perception check and rolled a nat 20. So he finds in his there you go. He finds in the brazier, a golden statue. So a little statuette of a sun elf that's been wrapped in a crimson cloth. Apparently, a goblin must have hid the figurine there, hoping that his fellow goblins wouldn't steal it, and it was stolen by a human.
Yeah.
They ruined
elves.
everything.
What's the value of it?
About 100 gold, maybe.
Value is in the eye of the beholder.
Oh my god. So everyone will take. Hang on one second here. You guys are gonna get yourself a nice little chunk of XP plus.
So what were we at? 900 and something. How much?
990, I think we were at. Or 960.
We're at 690.
So everybody gets 120 XP for that little encounter. Those two little encounters.
All right, so it was 690. So we're at 90 for level 3. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 100, 210.
Okay, so how close are you guys to level 4?
Not.
Well, wait. What's level 4 at? How
2,700
Numbers.
2,700 XP total, or what's till the next level? Because I'm doing it just the increments.
1,800 to the next level.
1,800.
Jesus.
Okay. And you guys just leveled up, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're 1,600.
We're far away.
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
1,600 away.
Okay, good to know. So anyway, so to your right and to your left so if you're facing south, or to the east and the west side of this room are two doorways. So you can continue eastward from here if you would like, or you can go back to the main entry hall through the door to the west. There doesn't really seem to be anything else of value in this room.
Okay. All right. Let's continue going east.
Yep.
You enter a small hallway that's roughly about in front of you 20 feet or so, 25 feet, is a doorway. To your left is a curtain leading to a northern area, leading north, and then to your right, hey Rainbow, welcome. How you doing, Sharkbait? To your right is another curtain leading to the southern part of the castle. You kind of figure yourselves to be roughly in the middle of the castle, kind of off to the east a little bit. What would you like to do?
I don't know. Do you think we should try to peek through the curtains, or do you just want to go straight for that door at the end?
I know you're asking me a question, but give me a second. Sorry. Keep yoking me. I say we go further down the hall because it's the northeast that we're trying to get to. Because if we go down the one that's on the following east, we'll probably be going too far east. So let's travel down the north wall.
Okay, so we're gonna peek through the north curtains.
Yes, through the north curtains.
All right.
Unless there's a wall in those curtains.
So do you want to do the stealth check to peek through them?
I'll face check it first at 21.
Okay, so this tower has almost completely collapsed, although the ground floor still has a little open space. There's rotting crates and ancient barrels showing that provisions were once stored here. You're peeking through this heavy curtain that's blocking a crumbling area and an intact door that leads east from this area, and then to the north, a short passage through the rubble ends before a screen of canvas. So you're kind of in an open area, open sky above. You can see the night sky, so it's kind of dim light in this area. You can see what's going on. Again, a doorway to your east or to your right hand side. Ahead of you, there's a short passage through a whole bunch of rubble that ends before a screen of canvas.
Let me go ahead and walk up to the canvas to see if there's anything of note on it.
All right, hang on one second here.
And so this is another tower. There was 7 total towers, right? I think outside of Crackmall, or that we could see from the
yeah.
outside. So we've seen 3 towers now.
We should go see all the other ones before we visit King Grawl.
Well, we got one more, most likely one more tower on our side that's going to be King Grawl, and then there's going to be 2 other towers on the south side, probably.
South side represent.
Dude, I could go for some south side sausage right now. Phrasing.
Phrasing. All right. So what would you guys like to do?
Is there anything of note on that canvas?
Well, no. So the canvas, you look through it, and it leads. It's basically kind of. You realize from the other side, it would be a hidden passage almost, because it's kind of blends in with the rubble.
Ah, okay.
So
okay.
it would be
So
kind
we
of a
could've got to that somewhere
back
else.
entry, or an exit, I guess, if you needed to in a hurry.
We
All
should
right,
go
let
in
me-
through the
let-
back entry.
So,
Let me stealth check the door on my east.
yep.
20.
Yeah, you peek through the doorway. You see a hallway extending about 15 feet in front of you. Is another door directly in front of you, as well as it goes off to the right-hand side to an area you can't quite make out.
So it goes off to the right hand side.
To
It
the
extends 20 feet in front of me.
15,
15 feet in front of me.
and there's another door directly in front of that, where you are.
And then it kind of L shapes and goes to the south.
Right.
Let me go ahead and let me go back to the party to beckon them forward.
Okay, so you guys move into the ruined tower area. Would you guys want to continue into the hallway?
I'm going to go ahead and stealth check up to the south port of the hallway just to make sure there's nothing down there.
Okay.
15 stealth check.
Yeah. So you peek in through a curtain, and in this area, you actually spot a couple of hobgoblins in this room. There's a stone brazier full of coals glowing in the middle of this small barracks. 4 straw pallets are lined up along the east wall. The wall to the south has collapsed, but a barred wooden door in that direction is still clear. A curtain hangs in the archway from which you peek in the north end.
Okay. There's 2 hobgoblins there. I'm going to see if how far away are they from the hallway that I'm peeking through?
From the curtain?
Yeah, from the curtain to where the hobgoblins
I
are.
would say, yeah, they're probably 10 feet away. They're pretty close to you.
Okay.
Do you want to go in together?
Yeah,
I
let's go
thought we
ahead
were
and
going north. Why are we going south?
Let's kill.
You couldn't let me kill the other ones.
Kill it. Yeah.
All right, so let me go ahead and I
This
guess
is
I got-
on the way.
We don't know it's on the
Why
way.
don't you do perception? You two and Tanic do a perception check for me. Difficulty. Hang on 1 second here.
Because you said there was
10.
4
11.
casks.
Oh.
So you guys are in this hallway that's just north of where they're located. You realize you hear loud voices in a heated discussion, a loud growling voice demanding payment for something, and a silky smooth reply.
Oh, that's from the eastern door. On the other side from the eastern door, I guess.
The eastern door of this room we're going into.
So we're going off to the hall.
They're going to the
right,
south.
The door.
And there's a door that leads east. So
That's-
he just snuck to the south and
Oh.
was peeking through the curtain.
Yeah, let's go
and
east,
spotted
guys.
a guard's barracks. So there's 2 hobgoblins to the south directly to the south of where you are in the next room, separated by a curtain, and then in the doorway to the east you hear some
Yeah, we're gonna kill those hobgoblins first. That way they don't interrupt the conversation. We're gonna snoop on. Coming to the east. So
Alright,
here we
so
go.
then let me do my,
Before things
Yeah,
go
he
further,
needs
I
to-
want to cast comprehend languages.
Okay.
Okay. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that lasts an hour, so in case we hear
Okay.
stuff later on.
Sounds good.
Okay. So I rolled a 19 from my stealth check. That way I can get in between the hobgoblins.
Okay, let me roll my stealth check.
So while they're doing that, we'll go.
And
We'll go
I got
play
a
with the
19.
In a
voices.
silky smooth voice.
Alright.
You hear a reply.
So I'm rolling a 26 on my stealth check. He's rolling 19.
Okay, so here, yeah, okay, you guys are alright. So you make your way into the room. You guys kind of creep up on these hobgoblins. They are wearing chainmail and carrying shields. What would you like to do now?
This is
we're
gonna be a
gonna
tough attack.
attack at the same time from behind.
Yep. I'll get the one
Alright.
on the right. You get the one on the left.
All right.
Okay,
So I'll go first.
Let him roll.
So that's a 15 plus 5, so 20 to hit.
Hits.
Alright, so I get my sneak attack, that is also a crit. Or I get my main attack, which is crit. 5 plus 3, so that's 10 plus 3, that's 13 damage. Plus
Okay.
the sneak attack, which is just 1 damage. So that's 14 damage on the first hobgoblin.
Yeah, they'll be fine. Let's just go without them.
And let me go ahead and follow up. Let me do a follow up attack.
Okay.
5 damage
Hey, what's
plus
up,
3 is 8, so I get 22
Rainbow.
damage on the first hobgoblin on the right.
So in this room, so guys, I'm just describing the scene of what's happening here as we play Dungeons and Dragons: The Lost Mines of Phandelver. However, we don't know what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen. That's the name of our stream. We don't know what we're doing. We're just kind of all new to this, for the most part, except for Tannic Gerstwell, the one guy who's not here, who is played more than or it seems like he has more experience than all of us in 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. So that's kind of what we're doing right now. We've just had these two gentlemen sneak into a room with 2 hobgoblins standing guard as they come up behind them.
Hey guys, you see anything in there?
You hear "Wah," as the bagpipes get slowly compressed. AJ, getting a little bored, decides to play a tune. Pride of Scotland.
Alright, so then I'll attack with my...
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. You're going to be talking to the one on the right, or you can talk to the
Okay.
yeah, right on the right.
Actually, you have inspiration, so you can have roll advantage on this.
Okay, cool.
Seeing him strike. So just while he's rolling, I'm going to describe what happened. So
Alright, so
as
that's
they
a
sneak into this
17.
room, Dillian draws his short sword slowly from his scabbards. Oh yeah, that's right. They're on your back.
They're on my
They're on
back.
your back because you're a little feller, and so you pull them out. The first thing you do is you strike the Achilles tendon of this hobgoblin in front of you, and as that hobgoblin falls to his knees, your second sword comes straight down in a killing blow at the back of the neck, right in between the chainmail and his helmet, stabbing through, and just completely the life drains from his eyes as you pull your sword out and he falls forward flat on the ground. As Shin, in turn...
And I did 17 damage with both of my attacks.
Shin in turn tries to replicate that move. However, he strikes at the back of the neck first, kind of sort of severing the spinal cord there as its neck flops forward, and then stabs down in the middle of the back, separating through the chainmail and killing the second hobgoblin. So you guys have cleared this room.
Bruh.
Oh my god!
Silent killers.
I want to see that. I want to see that happen on stream. Like, actually, I want to
Just-
watch that from the camera perspective.
There it is.
Let's see that in an instant replay. So there we go. So now we kind of come back over to you guys. We don't need to roll initiative. Nobody has noticed these deaths. What would you like to do now as you guys remain out of combat?
There was some stuff on the eastern wall. Is that I think you said there was wooden caskets? or
Suddenly,
was there-
10 goblins pour in as you decide to mess around with stuff. No, just kidding.
That'd be awesome.
And I'm going to roll a stealth check to get the fuck out of there.
No, you hide behind me.
Can't see me.
Oh, damn! Okay, John Cena.
I should be nicknamed John Cena. But yeah, you said...
Yeah, there's just 4 straw pallets. There's a wooden door leading south, and an archway from which you've come.
All right.
There's nothing else in
You
this
guys-
room.
What's
guys
in the
go
wooden?
south, we're
What's in
going
the
east.
wooden straw cases? I want to search those.
No, there's pallets. There's just
Oh,
straw
they're just
that they
pallets.
sleep
Okay.
on.
All right. So let's go ahead and approach the room where we heard the demands coming from.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and do a stealth check to open the door, so that way the sound can go to Ciro over there. 28. 18, not 28. 18.
All right, hang on. One second.
So I'm gonna slowly open up the door, going to the east.
Now I gotta find this guy. Where did this paper go?
That's very satisfying what we did.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here we go. Okay. So let's see here. Nope. And nope. So just to describe what you see through the doorway, this chamber has been set up as a crude living space, with thick furs thrown on the floor to serve as carpets, old trophies hanging on the walls, a large bed to the north, and a brazier of coals burning brightly. A round table with several chairs stands to the south, near the door through which you peek, and near the table, on the floor, is an unconscious dwarf who looks badly beaten. At the table, you see King Groll, a fierce old bugbear. He rules.
What side of
let's
the table
see.
is he on?
I'm sorry.
What side of the table is he on?
We'll say that he's on the north side of the table.
Okay.
So yeah, he's nearest to you. Sitting across from him is a female drow, and attended and to the left side of King Groll is a large wolf. So you see a female drow, King Groll, and then on the other side of the table is the drow. King Groll is on the north side of the table, closest to you, with a wolf on the other side of him that looks larger than your average wolf.
So the wolf is to his left.
Yes.
So he's
So it's
on the
it's
western
to the,
wall.
It's to the east of where you're on the west side.
Oh, okay.
King
So
Groll is to the east
okay.
of
So
you, and then to the east of King Groll is the wolf. So the wolf's on the other side of King Groll from you.
All right. So are they were talking and discussing?
Yeah, so you hear them. It sounds like King Groll wants to sell the map now to the Black Spider. So you hear Verith is what he calls her. So he's like Verith, look, I'm not going to surrender this thing lightly. You're gonna have to give up some coin if you want to take this. And so it sounds like the drow, as she talks with him and lets him know, look, the Black Spider rewards success, and you've succeeded greatly. And let's talk about price, shall we? So they're kind of going back and forth right now, talking about price. It sounds like King Groll wants sort of an absurdly large amount of gold. He's demanding like thousands of gold.
Is the map on the table that they're discussing?
You don't see the map anywhere.
Drow, King Groll, a wolf, and a passed out dwarf.
Yep.
How far away is the dwarf from those
He's
three?
right beside us. He's probably like 10 to 15 feet to
Okay,
the south.
so the
on
dwarf
the
is
western wall.
close to us, and the other three are up. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
So if
I think,
if we're going in to our right, there's the table. We got the dwarf, we got the drow, we got King Groll, and we got the wolf. I was about to say shark.
The shark.
The shark.
The
wolf
shark.
on the
There's a wolf
far end of it.
a shark riding a wolf riding a bear.
I think Ciro
It's
and
the most
I
dangerous
should
animal ever.
cast our AOE spells on the three of them.
On the dwarf?
The dwarf would be
No.
caught in that.
That's what I was saying. The dwarf's close to us, right?
It goes
Well, you
around.
know-
They're all around the table.
So
Unless
the distance to all of them from the furthest one away to the nearest one is 15 feet.
Guys, I'll draw them out. You all attack.
Well, I have a 10-foot radius sphere on my.
The dwarf is 5 feet away from the doorway,
Okay.
as well as King Groll, and his wolf is maybe 10 feet away. 8 to 10 feet.
But I can center it so that the dwarf isn't in the middle of my AOE.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the thing. I can disguise myself as anybody.
Okay.
So I could disguise myself as one of the
Hobgoblins.
the hobgoblins that we just killed, and run in and get him to come running out of the room, where everyone can pounce on him
Or-
rather than us fighting through some.
Or he'll
doorway
just
awkward.
kill the hobgoblin for interrupting him.
There's a good chance that he might immediately attack you.
All
So
right.
it looks like the drow itself. Well, they're still they're
They're
conversing
talking.
right now.
There's only 2 people in this room.
Yeah.
But the drow, I want to capture the drow, so I don't want to kill her. She seems to have some connections to the red spider.
do you-
The black spider.
Black spider.
Do you want to see
Okay.
if we can stealth in and
I'm-
take out Growl before it becomes a problem? Or
That's what I was gonna try to do. I was gonna stealth.
She's on
check.
the other side of the table.
Yeah, I was gonna try and stealth check to the bed, because that's directly behind King Growl.
I would say that's highly unlikely, because the drow's looking. I mean, you'd be walking through open room, basically. There's nothing.
All
for
I
you
need
to-
is a high enough stealth check.
No.
okay, well then let me.
The thing is, no, I can still do that because King Growl is bigger than me. So technically, I could still do that because she would lose sight because I'm going behind King Growl.
Based on the room layout, I'm gonna say no. It's a wide open space.
Okay.
There's nothing for you to hide behind, really. And as soon as you're
Well,
not
then we can all
behind,
just burst in, guns blazing.
oh, and there's a wolf too. I'm sorry. Don't forget the wolf.
There is the wolf.
All right.
Let's go ahead and draw them out into the hallway. So,
Okay.
who has the best diversion?
considering I can disguise myself as anything, and I can go in as one of his underlings or whatever.
How's your persuasion?
My persuasion is not great.
Hey, Lloyd Dream, how you doing? Welcome to the stream.
Still say we just blow them all up right away.
I mean, we could do a saving throw on the dwarf and get him later. But the thing
He's
is, I don't want to
unconscious,
kill
right?
the draw. So as long as we don't kill the draw,
Drow.
the drow.
It's not underwear.
The
It's
draws.
not some draws.
If she dies, she dies.
She dies. All right, well,
Okay, well, let me see then if I can get Grawl out of the room.
let's do it.
All right. So then I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast Disguise Self.
Does it make you smell different? I'm asking because there's a wolf in there.
No, actually, it only affects my visual
Sight.
appearance.
Yeah, so the wolf will bit. Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good catch, man.
Um,
You can do silent image.
I could.
Do the silent image of a hobgoblin.
but what I'm going to do
Just
is
commotioning and running back out.
before I use Disguise Self, I'm going to go all Walking Dead, and I'm going to cover myself in the blood and guts from one of the
The hobgoblins in the
from one of
perfect
the
room.
hobgoblins.
All right. So just tell me what you're gonna do, man.
Okay.
So then I'm going to be a hobgoblin. All right. So I'm going to run into the room.
So before he runs in the room, the rest of us are behind the sheathed.
There's just a doorway.
Well, no. So around back out the doorway, it was just to our south was the cloth walkway.
Well, I'll tell you what you should do. You should hang out in the south hallway so that you can get your stealth attack when he runs forward towards those two, which will be standing in the hallway.
Oh, y'all are gonna okay.
So we're
Okay.
well. So it bends
Oh,
south,
and there's
right?
also
The
Tannic. I
path.
forgot we have
There's
Tannic.
part that bends south that took us to the room we were just in, and the part that goes east.
Yeah.
So if we were just behind the wall there where it goes south, they wouldn't see us until they get to that point.
That's where I was going to be hiding out, and I was hoping the rest of the party would be behind it because it's just a big 10-foot drawway
Yeah.
that's behind a curtain. So we're gonna all hang out there. Let's see what happens with
Okay.
the hobgoblin thing.
So I am going to then burst in the door. Growl! King Growl, sir! We're being attacked! We're being attacked! You have to come now!
Come. Where's the attack?
It was they're right at the front of the castle, sir!
At the front of the castle. Get all the goblins. Get my personal guard over there in the barracks. Get the goblins from the mess hall. Get them to the front. And he runs off to a room to the north. So one thing you didn't notice was the doorway that you come through to your left-hand side. There's another doorway. It runs in there. The drow runs over to the dwarf and immediately stabs him. And he starts bleeding profusely.
All right, well, since Growl is gone,
everyone
can I
roll
to capture
initiative.
the Growl?
Initiative.
Oh shit!
All right, so I got a 24 initiative.
I'm 20.
All right, 20, 22.
Well, that didn't work
Should have just
out.
blown them up.
For DJ,
8.
8, 0,
8. Oh.
8.
I'm just saying I could have done
Roll off.
the
Roll
stealth
off.
We'll just
check.
see who goes first.
I do.
Okay, so 8 and 0 will get a 8.5, and 0 will get an 8, and then Dillian,
20.
20. King Groll gets himself a 20.
Wow. That's a lot of high initiatives.
So me and King Roll gotta roll off.
Well, hold on, I haven't seen his pluses yet.
He rolled a natural 20.
Yeah, he rolled a natural 20
Ooh, buddy. Ooh, buddy.
with
Ooh,
plus 2, so he rolled a 22. Tannic will re-roll, and he will go. Tannic will go first. The wolf.
So it's just the wolf and the draw in the room.
Yep. And yeah, so
And a bleeding dwarf.
Yeah.
Guys.
That did not go at all.
It went about how I thought it was gonna go.
if okay.
I just had my stealth check. Could have made it, guys.
Okay, so the wolf rolls a 9, and the other guy or girl rolls a. She rolled a 1. Okay, these here are for this guy. Oh, that's actually correct. Okay, so you could easily pass for Billy. Okay, sorry, I'm like reading a friend of mine is talking about what's it called? Shut up. Okay. I'm like trying to get to the chat from my phone. Hey, what's up, man? Playing PUBG with Denzo and Cool Shader. Oh, sounds like fun. Okay, I'm watching these guys get their friend killed. Or their guy that hired him killed. Okay, so it looks like Tannic is going to be up first. No, I'm sorry. Shin's going to be up first.
Okay.
Followed by Tannic, King Groll, and some others.
Jonathan, can you capture
So
the
Shin,
drow?
what would you like to do?
I can try. I am this tall.
Because on my first turn of combat, I have advantage of speed and I have my extra attacks, so I can go after Growl.
Why don't you just kill the wolf?
No, you go second, or you're going first right now.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I thought Tannic was going first.
Sorry, Shin was going first. I misspoke.
Oh,
Tannic
okay.
is second.
So King Groll hasn't made it out the room yet.
No, yeah, he made it. He made it to the little doorway. So he's kind of disappeared from view, and he's kind of hiding in there. They all think you're Hobgoblin.
Yeah.
So I will
So
give
then
you
would that
advantage
give
on.
me-
I will give you advantage for one turn.
Okay.
On an attack.
Yes.
On a single attack.
Okay. That being the case, then I will go ahead and chase Growl. And,
Okay.
I'll attack him with my short sword.
Don't abandon me, Commander!
Okay. So you, yeah.
Wait, my king! I have something for you! Alright, so that's going to be a 16.
That hits.
Okay. Okay, and that's also going to be 10 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to roll my second attack.
I'm sorry.
Do you get
What
the
did you
offhand
roll?
with that attack?
I rolled a 10 damage. And my 16 to attack.
Hang on one second. Yeah. Okay, 16 hits. Yeah.
Okay. And then so I rolled 10
I
damage.
was like, okay, it's not a Hobgoblin because they have an 18 armor class.
Yeah.
And you rolled 10 damage, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm going to roll my second attack.
Yep.
I mean, I tried to hit a hop.
So my second attack hits. And
They wear heavier armor.
I'm just saying, I'm
Chainmail.
not going to attack any of them. I won't hit any of them.
6. And then I roll my d8. And that's 7, 8. So that's 8 damage.
Okay. So yeah, you.
And then I roll my offhand.
Okay.
He's got a lot.
16 hits.
Don't you get an offhand with
that
each hit?
that does not hit. The offhand does not hit.
Okay. So you come in rushing right after him as King Groll looks like he's actually getting set up to attack anybody who kind of comes into the room.
Yeah.
As you kick the door open and it kind of hits him in the face, he kind of staggers back a little bit, more dazed than anything else. And so you stab at him as he has this look of surprise and confusion on his face. And so you kind of stab at him and then slash down the other way. At this point, he's started to recover, and he pulls out his club and parries your final blow with your offhand there. Still very much in the fight, but taking a pretty
How
good
much
chunk of
damage
damage there.
14?
You realize that he's obviously much stronger than your average bugbear, and so Tannic comes into the room. He does his hold on. I gotta look.
The booming blade or booming blade or something like that.
He's not your average.
Oh, he's got the +1 longsword. Does he have a shield?
Hey there, boo boo. Hey there.
He has a shield. Okay. So he actually comes in with his talent. I forgot he had the +1 longsword. So he comes in striking at the drow with his +1 longsword, the talon blade. So he's to hit +4. And so he hits, dealing, let's see here, striking at this drow.
Well, don't kill her. Knock her out.
What's the whole point? We're just going to disarm her.
Dealing like
arms?
yeah. Chop off her arms. Yeah, that's how you disarm somebody. That sounds about right to me. So yeah, he comes in slashing with his longsword across her chest as she like reels back, taking a slash there, drawing blood, and deals himself 5 damage to the drow. Still very much in the fight. Does he get anything else extra? Does he get like double attack or anything like that? I would think he would get more than 1 attack. Action surge, superiority dice, feats.
Well, action surge will give him the extra attack.
Starting at 2nd level, you can push beyond your normal movements. On your turn, you can take 1 additional action on top of your regular action and a possible bonus action. You must finish a short rest before you can do it again. Sure, we're going to do it again.
Okay.
Why not?
Pushes himself.
Unfortunately, this second strike does not hit as the drow parries his strike with her...
Yeah, Tenic would push himself after seeing her stab the person who employs us. He's like, "This is preposterous!"
No! With the metal plate that she grabs off of the table, because she doesn't have any weapons apparently.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's
All right, you
interesting.
guys should probably start trying to capture her now.
Well,
All
we
right.
have the wolf.
The
next.
wolf and
So
King Grawl and-
Dillian, Tanic went. So King Grawl has recovered
Oh, no.
and strikes back against Shin.
The hobgoblin.
And rolls
Traitor!
Does he kick
plus-
Shin in the shin?
Or he whiffs it.
So he rolls. He unfortunately still hasn't recovered as the club comes smashing to the ground with brute strength, and unfortunately just isn't able to connect with that first strike. So yeah, he only rolled a 10.
Come on, my
Your-
king, what's the problem?
What is your armor class, Shin?
16.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you're good. So that's his turn. Dillian, what would you like to do, sir?
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and try to take down the draw.
Drow.
And the drow.
The draw.
I keep saying draw because I
Them draws.
yes.
The southern draws.
You're gonna take down her draws.
There we go. All right, so let me go ahead and see if I can hit her.
All right.
Nice, 24.
That hits for sure.
All right, so I get my sneak attack bonus because Tanic's there.
That's right.
So that's 1 plus 3, so that's 4 plus 6, so 10 damage to her, and I'm trying to incapacitate her.
Okay. Yeah. You're fine. So you kind of come up next to the drow, jumping, kind of leaping over the table, landing next to her as you strike in with your first short sword. There was 1 attack only.
Yes, it was just my first attack.
Yeah. So then you what are you doing?
I'm
your
gonna
whole turn?
I'm gonna disengage
Okay. So yeah. So then you
because I'm hoping to incapacitate her with that because it's 15 damage.
No,
Oh,
no,
damn.
not even close.
Damn.
Yeah, and so you kind of come in striking at her armor, doing a little bit of damage, but not breaching her armor, as she's still very much in the fight here. At this point in time, the wolf jumps in at striking at the back of you. He does not hit, however, as you kind of dodge off to one side, and it
Oh,
kinda
hey, puppy,
goes,
hold on, buddy.
catching itself against the wall, pushing off, and then readying for a second strike. We go over to DJ.
Yep. And I'm currently disengaged behind Tanic at the moment.
Okay.
I'm gonna run up to Gundren, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
So that is, I'm using it as a 2nd level spell, so that's gonna be 2d8 plus my spell casting modifier.
Yep.
Oh,
Wow.
double 8s. 16 plus my charisma's 3, so
Yeah.
I think that's 19 hit points for him.
Nice. Okay.
To
So
the wolf?
to Gundren.
Oh, Gundren. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, I just healed the wolf.
I was gonna say what?
And then as a bonus action, I'm casting Bardic Inspiration on Zero.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So let me see here. Dwarf commoner. Hang on 1 second.
And that gives you an extra d6 whenever you need it. Or want it.
Okay. Zero. Actually, I'm sorry.
So does-
Zero is next. Yes.
Did Gundren roll initiative?
No, he is going to now. And he's at 16 plus something. Probably 0 because he's a dwarf. Not very dexterous.
Those are some good D8s, man.
Save those for later.
Yeah, keep them by your side.
Okay, so he's all 10s. Yeah, he's pretty basic.
You're saying he's a perfect 10?
Ugh. Ty Dillinger.
All right. So yeah,
Dwarf
you,
can't be.
Cyril, what are you doing?
Alright, I'm gonna go after the drow with Toll the Dead.
Ooh, what is that? That sounds good.
It's okay.
Okay.
You point at one
that sounds
creature
okay.
you can see within range, which is 60 feet, and sound a Dolores bell, and the sound of a Dolores bell fills the air around it for a moment. The target...
All I can think of is just casting something with a cowbell.
No, it's more of a bong, like
You need more cowbell.
those
Okay.
church bells at a funeral.
Bing, bing, bing,
So the target must succeed a wisdom saving throw
Okay.
or take 1d8 necrotic damage. If
And
the
you're-
target is missing any of its hit points, it instead takes 1d12 necrotic.
Holy crap.
Oh, there we go.
All right. So the wisdom saving throw is what?
12.
It fails that. So it takes 1d12 damage. So you cast this spell as it grabs its head, kind of shrieking, and then suddenly you notice. Make a perception check, everybody.
Nope.
So
I
5.
got 15.
So you get a little. You're kind of like looking off in the distance, so you don't actually see this happen. But you hear it scream, kind of this unholy scream, as it, and the skin ripples all over its body as you realize this drow may not be a drow at all.
Possible. It takes 6 damage.
And it takes 6 damage.
Oh, I thought that was a 9. Okay, 6. Yeah.
So yeah, she seems to recover as she takes a stab at. She actually is striking towards Gundren once again, seemingly on a mission at this point in time, and she does. Hang on 1 second here. I lost the stat block for Gundren.
Oh, we definitely need to capture this.
Yeah,
person.
so she misses as she only rolls a 6. So yeah, so she's unable to. So she tries to do a slam attack basically against picking him up and slamming him on the ground with kind of an unnatural strength that you believe even belies the drow themselves. Again, leading you to realize that this creature is not quite what it seems to be. It does make a second attack against Tannic. Trying to get him out of the fight. She does hit him with a slam attack, dealing 7 damage. So she kind of knocks him to the side. He manages to stay on his feet, however, taking a little bit of damage there with the shield bearing the brunt of that. So we go on over to Gundren. I'm sorry. He's not in this round. Sort these so I get him in the right slot there, and so we come back over to Shin. What would you like to do?
Okay.
So you're currently engaged with King Groll.
I still have all my health, so I'm going to press my attack. I'm going to keep going.
Sounds like a good idea.
All right. So that is going to be a 18.
That hits.
Yep. And then I'll roll my damage. And then damage is 8. And then I'll roll my offhand. And the offhand is going to be a 22, and damage is 10, so 18.
Okay. This would have almost worked. So 18 damage total.
Yes.
All right. So as he's still got his club down, you slash at his arms, trying to weaken his grip on the club there, back and forth, 1 and 2, drawing blood on both arms, and he kind of loosens his grip a little bit on his club, and then starts to hoist it back up as he manages to recover, seemingly drawing on this like inner reserve of strength. You realize that he's weakening as you see the club that he's holding up. It kind of droops a little bit after he hoists it up, and yeah.
Come on, my king, you're not tired already, are you?
So let's go back over to
Dost thou even hoist?
Tannic recovering from the slam attack, fumbles
Uh-oh.
as he yeah.
And see, right here is where he doesn't have two hands on the ball.
As he hits the ground, the ball pops out, and they lose possession. So he, from there, he will roll some percentage dice. Sorry, Tannic, I'm letting you down this week. Rolls some percentage, and it gets a 26, so that's actually kind of good.
He dies on the spot.
Essentially,
Sorry, Tannic.
It's a really bad critical fail.
Yeah.
Death on this one.
If you roll a 1.
wow, that's actually
And then
that's
100%.
actually good.
You die.
Oh wait, no, he targets allies. So D6 inspiration. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, unfortunately he misses, and both Grohl and the wolf gain inspiration.
Oh, no.
D6
Oh.
high, realizing that they need to get a little
Somebody help!
a tear comes to their eye as they
I'm
realize
in a room with these
that
two right
they
now.
might be okay. So Grohl now he strikes at you, and I'm just gonna have him spend it right away. Unfortunately, he does not connect as he only rolls a 5 plus 4, so he only rolls a 9. So yeah, again, he kind of swings it down. At this time, you're ready for it as you basically take both swords and knock his club off to the side. It slams against the side of the doorway and hitting the door partially as wood splinters fly in your face there. But yeah, he's unable to connect. So
You're gonna have to do better than that, big guy.
So Dillian, you are up. What would you like to do? You're still engaged with this drow who looks very much in the fight and barely injured.
Time to do a backstab. What do you mean barely injured?
It is barely injured.
21 damage and is still barely injured. Alright. Let's do it. Go ahead and do the backstab. I get my sneak attack because it's right there with Shin.
I was gonna say, just heard it this time.
Tannic.
No, Tannic and Shin are there.
No, Shin is fighting King Grohl in the other room.
Yeah.
But she just did a slam attack. Oh, yeah, that's
No,
right. She
that
came
was
back
to-
for... Okay, so with
Against
Tannic, let me go ahead and do my hit die. 20. Nat 20.
All right, this is what I'm talking about right here.
Boy.
Okay, so
Get him, Dillian.
Here we go.
let us see. Hang on,
My
one
crit
second.
die.
I'm using the wrong. Make this,
Still going for incapacitating. So, do I roll the percentage die now, or do I do it after the...
You roll the percentage die right now. Roll your damage.
70
Go ahead and roll your damage. You rolled 70 what?
70%.
Okay, that's good.
Alright, so 5 plus 3, that's 8. So that's 10 plus 3, so 13 damage plus the sneak attack with a 1. So 14 damage on that first attack.
14 damage. And what was your percentage?
70%. And then I'm going to try and go with the offhand.
Okay.
18 plus 5, so
Yeah,
I'll still hit.
definitely hits.
3.
Just 3?
Yep.
So what's your
'cause I
total
don't have
damage?
anything special on that one. 17 damage.
Okay. So you are able to also use the. So give yourself a dodge. Mark yourself as if you've used the dodge action, and I'm probably going to have her attack you as well after this. Any attack roll has disadvantage. Yeah. So you basically come in again, slashing at the drow from the other side, kind of doing a two-pronged attack on her with you and Tannic. Unfortunately, with Tannic's fumble, she's a little distracted as you strike again with one long sword and then the other across her side, drawing a little blood. This time you've actually breached the armor. You see kind of like a greenish ooze come out though, instead of what you would expect the blood of a drow to look like. So again, just more things adding up to the strangeness of this situation as you prepare yourself for a coming attack. But we actually jump over to Gundren, who realizes that he's just not really into this fight, and he starts. He makes for the door and gets outside of the room.
Jerk.
Gundren has 4 hit points, by the way.
With all that healing, he only has 4?
His max is 4.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, he's
Max
a dwarven
4.
commoner. He's not a fighter. He's a lover.
So this is an escort mission. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he kind of makes his way out the door, trying to get out of the fight there, and
Good thing we
fortunately
killed those
there's-
hobgoblins.
Yeah, fortunately there's nothing outside the room as he hides behind the doorway just outside.
He didn't know you need to go all in that room.
But from your perspective, he's just kind of left the room. You're not quite sure where he's gone to, but yeah, he's
You
hiding
fool!
at the moment. So we from Gundren there, the wolf again trying to defend its master strikes at Shin. Unfortunately, again misses as it snaps at Shin. Shin deflects it with his sword as
Down, boy.
You feel the snapping of teeth, and you can just smell the breath of this animal as
Somebody get this mangy mud out of here!
Saliva kind of flies towards you.
Just a bit busy as I'm flinging the
you
green
hear that-
goo
that-
off
that-
my swords.
Snap of teeth as they close on empty air where your arm was just moments before. So
Hi Defiant, hi Panay, thanks for joining. Yes, the new camera angle's awesome.
yeah, you guys like it? I'm so glad you guys like it, Defiant Slave. What's happening? What's up, nerds? Hey, Joe.
Hey, I'm fine being a nerd.
Yep. Being a nerd makes some money. So, DJ, you are up, sir. What would you like to do?
I am up. All right, so with him running off, I am going to attempt to rapier the foul drow. I can't say that.
Faux drow?
Faux drow.
Yes.
Faux drow.
Faux drow.
How now, Faux drow?
That Hodo.
All right.
14.
Monster number 1 is empty.
14.
Opening monster number 2. 14
Reload.
hits.
All right, so I am going to expend a point of bardic inspiration, and that's going to give me an extra 2d6 on this hit.
Alrighty.
So normally it would be a d8.
So
Reload.
You're rolling damage.
Yes.
Okay.
Total of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay, at this point in time, so yeah, you kind of come in as well, stabbing with yet another lunge, stabbing her right in between the armor here and the shoulder blade, as she sort of starts to panic, realizing that she needs to either escape or get frenzied. So yeah, you realize that this is a very dangerous creature, as again the skin sort of ripples. Okay. And the shape starts to change a little bit.
The extra 2d6 was psychic damage. I don't know if that matters.
No.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't.
It doesn't require a saving throw, does it?
No.
Okay, then you're good. All right, so at this point in time, Ciro, you're up.
And we are going to go with an Eldritch Blast on the fake drow.
All right.
Oh.
Is that a hit? What do we
Well, he's trying to decide if he wants to use his bardic inspiration or not.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Do it!
Get it?
And that's going to be 14.
14 hits. Cool. Just. And let's see some damage here.
Let's see it.
Are you trying to kill her, or...
Incapacitating.
Incapacitate.
Okay.
So that's going to be 7 damage.
Okay. So you unleash this Eldritch Blast as it strikes her full in the chest. At this point in time, she bowls over the back of the table and lands, striking the back of her head on the ground, completely unconscious. At this point in time, the shape of the skin immediately starts to change and ripple until you realize it's some kind of strange creature, definitely not a drow, but probably a doppelganger, you assume.
Finnick, hurry up and wrap her up so we can go help Shin.
Not in the middle of combat.
So she's knocked unconscious, so with 0 hit points at the moment, kind of making her death saving throws.
Oh.
So you guys actually will have to stabilize her. So Shin, back over to you. You are still engaged in combat with King Groll and his wolf, all by your lonesome.
Hey yo.
Well, I'm just a G like that, you know.
Hey yo,
right.
what's up, Yellow Apple? How you doing, man? Chronomalaus.
So Groll is beginning to weaken a bit, right?
Yes.
Okay. So then what I'm going to do is from here on out, I'm going to try to subdue him.
Okay.
All right. So I'll attack my short sword, and that is a 24 to hit.
Definitely hits.
And then damage, that is going to be a 9 on
Okay.
the first one, and then my offhand. The offhand is going to be a 16.
That hits, yes.
Okay. And then the offhand damage.
Just.
And that is going to be an 11.
Okay. So at this point in time, as you, hey Vinny,
Yo, Vinny, what's up, my boy?
how you doing, Vinny? Forget about it. Forget about it. All right. So so you lunge in, you stab
Hello,
King
Yolanda.
Grawl in the
We didn't
chest,
forget about you either.
parting his armor. As you pull your sword out, blood kind of spurts from the wound. King Grawl starts to lull a little bit, and he leans over. And as he does so, you swing the pommel of your offhand. I'm sorry, your offhand is across the back of his head, knocking him down to the floor unconscious as he also falls and is rendered unconscious.
All right, so we
So-
both have the King Roll and the Drow.
Yeah, you did 11 damage total.
No, that was 11 damage on the second
Oh,
hit.
okay. So you
Yeah.
did like
So I did 9, 11, 20.
20 damage. Okay. Well done. So we come over to Tannic as he turns around, seeing that the drow is completely unconscious. He takes his longsword, rushes the wolf from behind, rolling advantage, although he doesn't even need it, as he strikes. Let's see if he rolls a 20. He does not. He rolls a 1 for the second roll. So I lost my wolf. Where'd the wolf go?
The Wolf Shark.
There you are. There you are, Andy. Okay, so yeah, so he hits the wolf for sure with its armor class of 13, doing himself 1d8 plus a lot of damage. That's the technical amount.
Yeah.
Oh, lots of damage.
1d8 plus a lot.
A lot of
1d8 plus 4, so dealing 8 damage to that wolf, striking it down, knocking it to the ground, but it managed to hop back to his feet, bleeding heavily and panting as it is nearly gone. I'm gonna he's not gonna be able to calm it down. So we go over to let's see here. After Tannic, it's
My turn.
why did I delete his name? Oops. Okay, yeah. So there we go. After Tannic, we go to Grohl, who's unconscious. Sedillion, you are up. Oh, he makes his death saving throw. Let's see if he dies. Nope, he succeeds once.
Grohl? Okay.
Yeah, Grohl.
All right, let's go ahead and ride the wolf. I'm gonna jump on top and try to...
Freezing!
That's what I call
All
it.
right, that
That's
is a
what-
23.
Hey, ladies, want to ride the wolf?
Ride the wolf. All right, so first
Great,
one's gonna
thanks,
be my
Yellow.
sword right on top. So that is 2 plus 3. That's 5 plus the sneak attack with 6. So that is 11 damage. And then I'm going to do my offhand.
All right.
Oh, that didn't hit. That's only a 8 for the armor. 8 for the hit. Does
Okay.
8 hit?
No, 8 does not hit.
Okay. So I do 11 damage to it.
What was your first one?
My short sword.
what was your roll?
23.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, yeah. So you
I'm now
stab-
jumping on top of the wolf. Just
jump on top of the wolf, stabbing it through the back, piercing its lung as it kind of lifts out this rasp and then falls to the ground as you pull out the sword and it begins bleeding out. The animal rendered unconscious as well and dying.
Do we
I'm
just
not
not?
gonna kill it outright.
Do you guys want to?
Yeah, okay, it dies.
Okay, I was like, are we gonna
Fine.
keep it alive and,
I'm like,
and
it's-
interrogate the wolf?
It's just a wolf. Don't kill the wolf.
wolf's dead.
All right. So
Understand
at this
its
point in time, Tannic stabilizes. You guys.
We're gonna go ahead and wrap everyone up in rope
Yes.
before we try to stabilize them.
Yeah,
So right now we have both King Grohl and the Drow imposter tied up against the bed.
Can any of us tell what she actually is?
Doppelganger.
It is a doppelganger.
It's a creature that can change shape.
Oh, okay. I didn't know there was a creature called a doppelganger. I
Yeah.
just knew the word.
Yeah, the term. The
Yeah.
doppelganger. Yeah. Yeah. So this is a creature. Roll a wisdom check, everybody. I'll give you some info here.
20 plus wisdom plus what? Perception? Or just wisdom?
Wisdom.
20, not 20.
Oh, well, why don't you just say that? I'll tell you everything. Yeah, so it's just it's a neutral shape changer, humanoid. It can basically turn into anything that it's seen, or back into its natural form. Whenever whenever it's like knocked out, like this reduces 0 hit points, and it what's it called? It reverts to its natural form, like it did. It's kind of, the skin is sort of blotchy, and it doesn't really seem to have kind of. It has a very generic shape about it. Currently, it's gray skinned with yellow eyes, slightly longer fingers and longer arms than what you would see on a normal humanoid creature. But that's what it has there. So that's why it only does melee. You do know that it can also read thoughts, so it has some psychic abilities.
That could be useful. We could just make it our band of misfits, because we got the goblin in the back. We can make a doppelganger. That'd be helpful. That'll be pretty useful later if we start its life. We can call it the Droop Troop.
Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and stabilize. Let's stabilize King Groll first. Let's leave
Let's leave the one that can read thoughts unconscious for a bit.
Let's leave the doppelganger unconscious.
Yeah.
And then we can interrogate King Groll and then kill him.
Basically.
If we need to.
We probably will.
No, he's gonna die.
He's gonna die.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Well, I was just saying we can bring him back to
I was
consciousness,
gonna say,
but
the thing is,
then we're gonna kill him.
We could just gather around up his troops or anything like that, or abuse his power.
Well, I mean,
it's a little bit easier
I
while
can
he's
also turn
alive.
into him.
Yeah, but you don't have a good persuasion. That's the thing. You just look like him, and you can actually sound something. It's not
Yeah, but I
sounding-
have intimidation, which is what he would do. He wouldn't persuade.
That's true. All right, so let's go ahead and find out where the map is from King Groll.
This is Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition Yellow Apple. So yeah, we don't know what we're doing from that show. Yes, this is like the game from Stranger Things that they play at the beginning of Stranger Things. Also from Freaks and Geeks. If that's
Also
what you're
from
talking about.
any show that there are nerds on.
Basically, yeah. This is
Almost
correct.
any show that there's nerds on. Yeah. So what are you guys doing?
We're trying to find out where the map is that King Groll is trying to sell.
Okay. Alexa, shut up.
Should I roll an intimidation check?
No, so at this point in time, you do. Hang on 1 second here.
My intimidation is a 20.
Yeah, so you look around the room. You actually flip over the mattress. You find a stitched leather sack containing 220 silver, 160 electrum, 3 potions of healing, and Gundren's map, which apparently is to Wave Echo Cave.
No gold, silver, and electrum. What a loser.
All right, so let's go ahead and pocket the map. Let's see if we can make him stand down the rest of his army.
So Gundren says, "Thank you very much for your assistance. I'll actually be taking my map as well. If you could hand that over, I'd
Can we
be
note the
greatly
location of Wave Echo Cave
appreciative
before
of
he
that.
takes it?
I'm sorry. Yeah, of course he's gonna take you there.
Okay.
So yeah.
We make a copy of it to our map so we can get the destination and everything.
What I'd like to do is ask you to escort me back to Phandelver once we finish with this unpleasantness here, and then what we want to do is we need to get to Wave Echo Cave. If they've got me, they most likely got me brothers as well. We'd like to find out what's happened with Nundro and Tharden. I know that the Black Spider has put all this together. It seems like this villain here is someone that we need to stop. As a matter of fact, let me offer you, I do have 25 gold pieces that I can put together for each of you, and a 10% share of the mine's wealth once we get the operation up and running. Unfortunately, all the rest of my cash and gold is tied up in investments and equipment and whatnot needed to get this operation going.
I rolled a 24 check to up it to 15%.
Nope. Yeah, unfortunately 10% is all I can do. But you're talking of riches beyond your wildest dreams if we can find everything that this mine was holding originally. Being able to produce magical items is something that is beyond the ken of even the Octosins in Neverwinter.
You're welcome for bringing you back to life, by the way.
Yes, thank you so much. he did offer his thanks. I said that was the first thing. That he did.
I might have
He
been writing
offered
something
his
down.
thanks.
Magic
Oh, by the
weapon.
way, you're welcome. 'Cause he's Nick Burns,
dick.
your company's computer guy.
All right. So,
That's right.
anything else of value that we can extract from King Groll? Does he know?
So let's do some intimidation checks here.
There we go. Me first.
You don't think you don't think persuasion would do it?
Or well, yeah, you can.
18.
Mine was a straight up failure, so it's all you.
I have an 18 intimidation.
Because I have a
check.
+7 persuasion now.
Okay, hang on a second here.
Carrot and the stick.
I keep losing that freaking bugbear. Okay.
As I
So
hold my short sword to his
Look.
throat.
right. Look. Let me live, and I'll let you know. I'll tell you what you want to know. The black spider. So let's see here. Unfortunately, he doesn't really have much more to offer you. He knows.
Why does he have to be black?
He tells you a bit more. He tells you a bit more about the Wake of Echo Cave location. So he's look. We was hired to do this by the Black Spider. That's all I know. I can tell you, just like what I thought was a drow here. The Black Spider's a drow as well. So these dark elves, they've want to take over this entire area. I believe that they're looking to push control over all this operation, and as a matter of fact, I believe they've already set up near Wave Echo Cave, if they ain't in Wave Echo Cave already. So he kind of gives you a little bit more information, letting you know that these the goal is to take over this ancient forge for magical item production and to loot the cave, but that's all he knows.
That's all he knows.
He thinks that they're just after
Does he have any
magical
more
items.
information about why the doppelganger is here?
You guys look over and you hear kind of this as you turn around. Apparently, in a hidden tooth, the doppelganger had poison and kills itself, rather than being forced to divulge any information.
So does Growl know anything else about her?
Nope, that's everything he
That
knows.
seems to be everything that he knows.
All right, I'm gonna stick my sword through his eye.
Why are you a king?
Well, because he's in a castle. Well, because I'm in a castle. Why? This is my castle.
Not every castle needs a king. I think you're.
I'm the king.
I think you're Queen Grawl. That's what I think.
Look, I've eaten half-elves like you for breakfast, lunch, dinner.
All right,
Pick
that's
my
about enough.
bones.
Sword through the eye.
We're gonna go ahead and execute King Groll.
And so, okay, you shove your sword through his eye as he kind of jerks for a minute, and then
You can't see me.
Gundren's like, well, that was a bit brutal, but you know what? Screw that guy.
All right, let's go ahead and make our way out of the castle area.
We don't want to clear out the rest of the castle.
We'll probably want to go to the south side to see if there's anything else of value in the north towers.
So where are you now?
We are now back in the L-shaped hallway.
Okay, so to the south is the curtained area, the little barracks where you were originally. And then south of that, you see a door that is barred shut.
All right.
What's wrong with bards?
Can I go ahead and is there any way to unlock it?
Absolutely.
I didn't take the knock spell.
All right, let me go ahead and roll.
Absolutely, you can unlock it.
Let's see here. Didn't we pick up some keys from one of the guys earlier? Some guy dropped some keys.
That
I feel
was
like you're right.
That was at the.
That was at the other place. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
dropped.
that was right back.
He
at
dropped the
north
key
thing,
to the cell that we didn't use.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me see if I can.
It's not locked with a key. There's just a bar across the door.
Can we
holding
just
it shut.
move the bar?
You just want to move the bar
Hold on.
only?
I'm going to go ahead and do a stealth check. 5 plus 7, so 13.
Okay, and then?
12. So I'm going to go ahead and smoothly or silently move the bar off the door.
No end then.
12 is not a silent moving the bar off the door.
Okay, so I'm moving the bar off the door.
All right, and it's passive perception. Yeah.
My shark bait.
So as the door comes open, the upper floors of this tower have collapsed to create a hollow silo at least 30 feet high, and the upper reaches of the room are lost in shadows. Dust, rubble, and broken glass cover the floor, and old work tables and bookshelves lie strewn to the south. In the middle of the room is a hulking beast that looks like a mangy bear with an owl's head. It rears up and roars when it sees you.
Is it dark in the room?
Yeah, it is dark. Well, not anymore because you got the door open, so I would say it has light.
Dim
Dim
light.
light.
Okay.
Owlbear.
Oh, I'm going to go ahead and shut the door and put the bar back on.
That sounds like a great idea, mate.
We're going to roll for initiative first.
I got 23 for my initiative.
8.
21, sorry. 21 for my initiative.
All right. Our good friend here rolled a 6.
Yep. Nope.
Give me a strength check, difficulty 10.
Oh, shit. All right. 12. Yes!
All right. So you manage to push the door shut as the L-bar comes charging towards the door and get the bar just back in place as you hear a against the door, and dust kind of comes off of it as it shakes on its hinges a bit, and you hear roaring outside of the door.
So, we're good. We're not going to explore anymore.
Yeah, I'm totally good with going back the way we came.
I'm going back the way we
What if
came.
the owlbear has treasure?
Nope.
I'm not worried about it.
And it keeps it in a prison wallet.
What about the personal guard that he
The
was talking
prison
about
wallet.
earlier?
Those
Did we
are
already
the-
kill the personal guard?
Those are the two hobgoblins.
Those are the hobgoblins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We murked so hard.
Yeah, you guys just straight up ganked them hardcore.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go back out the
What's up,
south
Shark?
tower of the way that we cleared.
Okay.
We don't have to worry about any of the. We don't have to worry about that stupid slim
Mess hall?
Yeah, we don't have to worry about the mess hall because they're all on the south side. Because we can still just go down the steps and everything. We're gonna meet back up with Droop.
Well,
see
as
how-
so you guys are going out the front door. Where you came in.
Yes. No, we're not. We're going
secret
out that
passage on the side.
yes,
Yeah.
the secret passage that was in that the northern wall where the crevasse was, right? Yeah, it was like a crevasse or something. It was so we were coming down from the west wall.
Yep.
We come out to the west and we're in that tower. So then to our right, as we're walking into the north, there's that crevasse
Right,
that
it's
we
kind
can
of
go
a
through.
back way.
Exactly. So we're
Hey,
going to go
Zika,
that
Zika,
way and
thanks for
see what
hosting.
it is to explore. Is it dark, dim lit, or is it? How is the lighting?
It's nighttime. You're outside now.
Okay. Moonlight, I guess,
Yeah.
so we can see. Okay. Which side of the castle are we on?
You're on the north side.
Far north side of the castle. So let's go ahead. Is there any checks that we need to make with Gundren in tow?
No, but unfortunately, as you walk outside of the castle, a warband of 3 hobgoblins and 2 wolves come up. What's this then?
Oh, I still look like a hobgoblin. My spell lasts an hour.
Okay, so yeah, he yells, "What's this then?"
I'm transporting these prisoners. Grawl wants them sent down to the mine.
Mine. That's the Black Spider's mine.
Yes,
He's
sir.
What's he gonna do with these elves?
I don't know. I'm
Look,
not
we
paid
just-
to ask questions, and neither are you.
They don't know. Why they got their weapons?
Fresh
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah.
persuasion.
Difficulty 10.
I got a 13.
Okay. Why do they got their weapons?
I don't know. Why don't you ask Grawl?
Make another persuasion check. Difficulty 15.
13.
Look, hey, something's not right about this. Let's go.
I'm
Talk
rolling
to
a
roll.
stealth check so I can get behind him. I rolled a 26.
Can I just cast Shatter
Because
on them while they're out talking?
I'm pretty much
You
going
absolutely can make a stealth roll.
I've now disappeared behind them.
Nope. 4.
Okay, initiative.
Oh, I don't get my attack?
You're hidden behind him. As soon as you come out, you're not gonna. I mean, I guess you could. You'll get one attack.
Okay, because I stealthed out the way because we're now in the forest area around it.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm now behind him.
All right, Shin, what's your initiative?
15.
Tanik rolled a 20, so he's
16
23.
plus 3, so I have a 19 initiative. But I wanted to get my surprise attack in, and that's pretty much why.
Gundren rolled a 5.
You said it was 2 hobgoblins?
3 hobgoblins and 2 wolves. DJ?
16.
0?
7.
Okay, the drow is dead. So hobgoblin number 1 rolls a 6 here. Plus 1, 7. So I'll give. Okay, and then let's see here. The second one. Okay, what do we got here? 15, 17, and the third one is 14. And then we got some wolves. Wow. That's not good for you guys. So we got one of the wolves rolling a 20 here. So if I can find it. I've lost my wolf. Oh, there it is. I found it.
Don't worry,
Okay.
the wolf has an AC of 13.
So, welcome again, people, to We Don't Know What We're Doing, the Dungeons & Dragons podcast. As you can see here, I definitely don't know what I'm doing because I'm taking forever to get these rolls done. But I need to write a little program to just random RNG some initiatives for me when I'm doing blocks of stuff.
Just roll all the dice at once.
And there we go. Okay, so go ahead and who are you attacking? So the larger out of the 3 hobgoblins, the one in the middle is kind of the larger.
I'm always
of
going for
those.
the largest guy.
Okay, all right. Roll
So
your
this is
attack.
gonna be my
Now,
surprise.
These guys are heavily armored.
That makes a 23 for my hit.
That hits.
So I get my critical attack plus the sneak attack. So, ooh, perfect. 6 plus 3, so that's 12. 15 damage plus the sneak attack. So that is 19 damage.
Did you guys see the surprise on my face when I heard that? I felt it come out. I was like, holy shit. Like,
So
okay.
19 damage, and then I'm going to go ahead and disengage. Pretty much what I'm going to do is just going ahead, come up behind him, shank him, and then dash forward to hide behind Shen.
So the first one you did how much?
19 damage.
Oh, all right. So
Just pretty much come out the bushes, just slice, and then dash around. So I'm pretty much coming from the east.
So you're hitting
slicing
run
hit,
right
yes,
now, yeah.
from the east, hit and run the biggest guy in the group, drop him, and then I'm dashing off to the west behind Shen for the disengage.
okay. So you do that. These guys have this many HPs, but this one has more.
Did I kill him? I should have killed him with that blow.
You almost did. You kind of you get this guy down to one knee as he drops. Taking real heavy damage from this backstab attack. Almost like he kind of like doesn't believe what's happening, and he doesn't know what hits him.
Is that the one I was arguing with?
Huh?
Yes, that's the
Okay.
one. It's always the biggest one.
That was when you were conversing with. So he was the leader of the group. So he just kind of doesn't seem to even know what hit him as he kind of sort of recovers, staggers slowly up, but he's like bleeding profusely and about to collapse at any moment. At this point in time, Tannic strikes out with his longsword and swings at the far left hobgoblin coming down. The goblin brings its shield up, blocking the blow, unfortunately not taking any damage. The hobgoblins yell for their wolves to attack as the first wolf jumps towards Tannic. Unfortunately, it is unable to connect. Tannic brings his own shield to bear as the wolf kind of bounces off the shield and he pushes it away, and it recovers. So, Dillian, you are up.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and.
Hey, Yofta 101, welcome.
Do you want to?
So we don't know what we're doing.
I think
Dungeons and Dragons Twitch stream.
Yeah, I think I'm
As
gonna
we
go
go
ahead and
through
try
the
and
Lost Mines of
weaken
Phandelver.
the hobgoblin on the left because Tannic just went to the one on the right, right? No, Tannic did the one
He
on the
went
left.
Yeah, he just
I'm
went
gonna
to the one on the
go
left.
ahead and attack the one on the right.
Okay.
I already have advantage because we're all within 5 feet.
Yep.
Oh, 4. So that's a 5. So 9.
Hey, what's up, Die Cry
I
Retry?
don't hit, so
How
I'm
you
gonna go
doing?
ahead and use my action to disengage back behind Shin.
Okay.
So, I can't do it.
So you jump in, trying to
I
do a
don't
quick
have
run
advantage.
through.
Wait.
Do
Do I have advantage? No, sneak attack allows me to not need advantage, but I don't have advantage because I'm not hidden.
Oh.
I disengage.
You'd either
behind
have to
you.
be hidden or you'd have to be on the other side of an attack or of an enemy that's being attacked from two different sides. So, yeah, you kind of dash around trying to make another attack again. Shield brought to bear, deflecting your attacks as you quickly run away around to the other side. So we go over to the hobgoblin.
Naruto
So
running around.
the hobgoblin that Tannic just attacked strikes back at him. Again, swords clash and sparks fly as these blades cross over and over. Unfortunately, for the hobgoblin, Tannic is able to block that attack. So, DJ, what would you like to do, sir?
The wolf closest to me, I'm gonna go up and stab with my rapier.
Okay.
Nope. I rolled a 5.
A 5, yeah. So you
5.
stab at that wolf as it kind of rolls off to a side a little bit, barking at you and preparing itself for its attack. Shin.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and swing at the center goblin, the big one.
Okay.
All right, so that's going to be a 15 to
Plus.
attack.
That does not hit.
Okay.
Nope. Doesn't hit.
So then I'll swing on my offhand.
Nope.
That one does not hit either.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of come in with a 1-2 attack. Unfortunately, this goblin finds a little bit of hobgoblin finds a little bit of renewed strength as he brings his own sword up, deflecting one blow with the sword and then warding off the second blow with his shield. And we go over to actually the hobgoblin on the right hand side sees an opening as you're striking at his boss and hits. Bringing down his longsword on your right hand side, you're wearing scale armor, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of not quite piercing the scale armor, but doing 5 points of damage.
Okay.
So the hobgoblin that's in front of so the boss, essentially, he also strikes at you. Unfortunately, he's too weak. So as his sword comes down, you just bring your sword up and are easily able to parry it, not feeling any real power behind that blow. Ciro, what would you like to do, sir?
Cast Toll the Dead on the largest hobgoblin.
Okay.
Wisdom check of 12.
All right. Yeah, these guys are at a +0, so they. Yeah, unfortunately, he fails.
Necrosis gets him.
8 damage.
Yeah.
And yeah, so tell me about this spell. This is the one where they hear the bell.
This is the bell one.
Psychic.
Yeah.
Psychic damage. Necrotic damage. So yeah, he grabs at his head as this sound that no one else can hear kind of rings. Or is it an out loud sound?
Let's see.
Sorry, I don't want to describe this spell incorrectly.
It fills the air.
It fills the air.
Everyone can hear it.
So a large dong kind of goes through. He grabs at his head and just feeling the damage of the magical energy flowing through his brain as blood starts pouring from his eyes and his nose.
As crows are flying out from the trees.
And he falls to the ground dead. So he's out of the runnings here. So he's not going to be president. And we get over to the second wolf on the other side. Attacks at Tannic. Again, missing Tannic, able to dodge the snapping of the teeth as the wolf kind of jumps off to the side and misses. So we go to Gundren. He takes cover, still no weapons, clad in bloody clothing, no shoes, and still kind of bruised and damaged from his long ordeal there. Kind of takes cover behind some stone or some rubble and tries to make himself as small a target as possible.
At some point, I want to have like Droop equipped so that I can be like Underoos, and he just like falls in or something like that, or like fumbles into the attack for a discharge.
So Tannic's back up. He strikes again at the hobgoblin on the left side. This time he does connect with his longsword, rolling a 19 there, and he does 1d. I lost my. There we go. 1d8 plus 4 damage, so he does 8 damage on the second hobgoblin, striking it, bringing it to its knees, and piercing its chainmail. So what would you? Let's see here. Who do we have next? The wolf, seeing its master hit, jumps at Tannic, and this time does hit him. Doing a bite attack of 7 damage.
Is that the one that I was attacking?
Yeah.
So do I get attack of opportunity when it leaves me?
No, it's all within 5 feet.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you guys are in real tight quarters right now. Let's see here. It does just 1 attack, right? Yeah, it just does 1 attack. Oh, and if the target is a creature, it must succeed a DC 11 strength saving throw. So let's see here. So Tannic does a saving throw and is knocked prone. So as this wolf grabs onto his arm and starts chewing and kind of biting him, he falls to the ground. Unfortunately, is unable to succeed at his strength saving throw. So he's knocked prone. And now we get over to Dillian. You've got a hobgoblin to your left, a hobgoblin to your right, and 2 wolves also on your left-hand side. Dillian.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and attack the hobgoblin that Tannic got, so that way I have advantage.
All right.
And I also get a sneak attack for that one, so let's go. There we go. Bring this back. I'm going to switch out the dice real quick. Where'd the white one go? There we go. 14 plus 5, so 19, so that hits.
That hits.
Alright, so short sword. 3 plus 3, that's 6. Plus 3, that's 9 damage.
And that's
to the
it.
hobgoblin, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the offhand. 7, but I have advantage. 5, so I don't get the offhand, unfortunately.
Okay. So you attack the one on the left or the right? I'm sorry.
The one on the left.
Okay. So that one's the one that's already taken damage. And you did 11?
Yep, 11 damage.
Okay, so yeah, again, you kind of take advantage of the situation here with Tannic's attack, stabbing in and coming in under an armpit there, under its sword arm, kind of pulling that sword back out. The hobgoblin, you realize suddenly that you've hit kind of a major organ as this thing kind of grabs at its arm and then like turns to you and takes a step, another step, and then it falls straight down in front of you as you thought it was going to suddenly attack. But it is out. So DJ, what would you like to do? You've got one hobgoblin kind of in front of you, and then 2 wolves off to your left-hand side. They're all within melee distance.
The wolf that's on Tenek.
Right.
Try to hit.
Okay.
17.
Yep, that hits.
And that's 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay. So yeah, you. Let's see here. We've got 2 wolves. That one.
Hey, Achilles.
What's happening, Achilles? How you doing, brother? Exploding Evo here. Just taking out some wolves. And you did the first one that knocked Tanic down, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So that one you managed to kind of finish it off as you plunge your blade deep into its back. It's still kind of on top of Tanic there on the ground, and it releases its bite and kind of rolls over. Tanic pushes it off of
Get
it.
off the ground, Tanic.
As we go over to the last hobgoblin, seeing an opportunity to strike Tanic while he's down, rolls advantage and manages to wait. What's his armor class? Is 17, and we are +3. Oh, and just manages to not hit. So as he strikes at the ground, his sword comes slashing down. Tanic just manages to roll over just enough for it to hit the ground, and he kind of gives a laugh as he dusts himself off. Ciro, what would you like to do, sir? You've got one hobgoblin, one hobgoblin that just struck at Tanic, and maybe you've got 1 wolf left as well.
All right, I'm gonna do an Eldritch Blast against that last wolf.
All right.
Oh, that's gonna be a 10.
Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, your blast goes wide, flying off into the woods. You hear a bird cry out.
Oh, poor bird.
Oh.
All right.
Quote the raven. Ow.
So the second wolf also jumps at Tanic, trying to take advantage of this opportunity, and
real
does
life
hit,
fight.
dealing 5 points of damage. Tanic, already knocked prone, is unable to really defend himself effectively. So yeah, again, biting at his arm, kind of pulling at his, and then switches over to his leg, kind of pulling at his leg. You know, in the same way that you've seen police dogs kind of drag a suspect. Hey, thanks for the bits, Yellow Apple. How you doing? Thanks a lot for hanging out, man. We go over to the Gundren, who kind of gathers up a little bit of courage and scoops up a longsword, makes a swing at the wolf there, trying to help out Tanic. Unfortunately, he's unable to connect as it strikes empty air, the wolf definitely dodging to the side.
Just too heavy of a sword, too cumbersome and
His
untrained.
dwarves are strong. Tanic is back up, so he manages to make his way to his feet, striking out with his longsword at the wolf. He's a plus what to hit?
He's a fissure.
What is he to hit? He's plus 4 to hit. So yeah, unfortunately he's unable to hit. Swinging at empty air, still shaken from being dragged around on the ground a bit. The wolf responds, striking back. Tanic this time ready with his shield, blocking the blow and not taking the hit. Dillion.
Time to run the wolf again.
Still 1 hobgoblin
Ooh,
left as
crap.
well.
So
Untouched.
that is 11 on the wolf?
11 to hit.
Yes. Do I have advantage
That
since
hits.
it's attacking?
No, it does not hit. I'm sorry.
Is it advantage
no.
since he's attacked? Oh, alright. Then I will go ahead and hide behind Shin. So let's go. Or, yeah, Shin's the one standing up right now. So, 21.
Okay.
So I'm now hidden.
Yep.
Alright.
DJ.
Back to me. Is there still a wolf?
Yeah, there's a wolf and a hobgoblin.
All right, attacking the wolf.
Okay.
That hits 17
Yep.
and 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Yeah. So you stab at this wolf. It yelps a little bit as it backs off, but is still in the fight for sure. Now we jump over to Shin.
All right. I'm going to attack the hobgoblin with my short sword.
Go for it.
That is going to fail. So I'm going to swing with my offhand. All right, that's a nat 20. That's a critical.
All right, so let's see some percentage.
Oh, whoops. Well, okay, that's a 10, but let me do my percentages now. That is going to be 44%.
Okay. All right, you receive advantage on all melee attacks for the remainder of this encounter. He's so shocked by the violence, like he's now scared of you. Completely, yeah. So you did.
So I rolled a 10, and a crit is double, right? So that's 20.
No.
You rolled.
You
wait.
rolled 5.
I rolled 5, which gets doubled by my.
So that's a 10.
Yeah.
Plus whatever your bonus is.
So if I roll critical, I get double damage.
Well, you
correct?
get double
Double
roll.
the dice,
Oh,
not the
die
double
roll.
total.
So you rolled a
Okay.
no, you rolled a 5.
Okay, so
So
that
you
was
get
a 6.
You get double the 5.
Yeah. So I got because I'm plus 5 on my piercing,
So you
As
do
well.
15 damage.
15 damage, and then my second dice. Okay,
No, you don't roll the second
rolls-
die.
You're plus 3.
Okay.
You rolled a 5 initially.
Yeah.
And then we take that, you add your we double that,
Uh-huh.
so now that's a 10.
Okay, so it's
plus
15
your
damage.
5. So you do 15 damage, which is enough to take him down. Actually, anyway, by itself. So yeah, you take this guy as he basically kind of reels back against you, not willing to defend himself, almost ready to drop his weapons and run, and you just stab him right through the throat as you pull back your sword and he falls. to
You
the
should
ground.
have walked away.
We've got he doesn't take an action now. Ciro, what would you like to do, sir?
Well, I guess I'll.
Try and hit the wolf?
Yeah, is he injured?
Yes.
Okay, then we'll toll the dead on him.
Sounds good.
Wisdom 12.
Okay, yeah, wolves aren't very wise. They're not known for being wise.
I love that you don't have to hit for that. So that's a
but-
really good.
But he
spell.
succeeds.
No!
The wolf kind of shakes off as we hear this whole resounding bell, and it not realizing what's happened here, but kind of shakes it off. The magical energy dissipated and unable to take him out. We go now to the wolf, who at this point attacks Shin again, rolling a nat 20.
Oh.
That's gonna be a hurt one.
Yeah.
And Shin.
This is gonna get a hurt real bad.
Oh my god! And he rolls a 98 percentage. This is like the.
So the wolf is trying to kill me.
This is
basically what's
Mega
going on.
Wolf, apparently.
Revenge mode. Everything died, and the wolf is howling out in anger.
Make a strength saving throw difficulty of 10.
Okay. I actually matched that exactly. 10.
Okay, so yeah, you're okay on that. But you do take 7 points of damage.
Okay.
He's gonna make another attack against you with advantage. Unfortunately, is unable to connect with the second attack. So yeah, but so he kind of bites onto your arm, does a little bit of damage there as you shake him off. He comes at you again, and this time you dodge off to the side as the wolf kind of goes. Goes off.
Someone kill this mutt!
Let's see here. Oh, dang. 2.1 and victorious in the race. So now we've got Gundren takes this longsword rather, and rolls against the wolf, connects, and
Oh,
does
snap! Gundren with
7
the
points
final
of damage,
blow.
finishing off the wolf. So he brings that short sword down, slicing into the wolf, and actually manages to finish it off. As you guys,
Hear a howl from the.
he's
pains
like,
of
"Well,
the
that
night."
was that'll put a color back in your cheeks," he says, as he sets the sword into the ground and kind of leans on it heavily, out of breath.
Yeah, as the battle calms down, I'll dispel disguise self so that disguise fades away.
Okay.
That's enough of that.
All right, so we're still in the northern part of the castle, right?
Yes.
All right, so we'll go ahead and head back around to the south side, because we got to pick up Droop before we head out.
Okay. So, do you guys want to make camp? What do you want to do exactly?
It's the dead of night, and
It
that
is-
was
it
a
is
safe
getting-
area.
It is getting close to dawn
Oh shit.
now.
I'm okay with a short rest.
Yeah, because it
I
was.
would like to use a hit die.
It's a few miles back into town.
And we did come across an ogre last time.
Yeah.
So we are in the safe area outside of Cragmaw Castle. I vote that we can do a bit of a rest for dawn. Not like a long rest, just an hour rest, so we can get our hit die and everything, and then try to make it into the town before daybreak.
Okay. All right. So let's see.
I'm going to use one of my hit die as well.
As will, you want to do?
Well, I have my Song of Rest, so you
Yeah.
each get a D6 extra.
Sweet.
We'll see why.
Are you sure it's not another D8?
Okay. Tannic is taking a lot of damage. He's going to use
I get full health. I rolled
2
9.
hit die,
7.
and it's a D6. You said.
An extra D6, yes.
Yep.
Oh wow. You know
So
what?
yeah, he gets 3 plus 10, so 13 back.
Not bad.
So he's at 24 of his 30.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds too.
On yourself.
Yes.
You selfish
Because those
bastard.
rules sucked.
Okay, so these guys are out. We've got Gundren, we've got our Hobgoblin. So we've just taken out King Groll of the goblins here. See you later, Achilles. Have a good night, man. So we've just taken out King Groll, as well as a doppelganger disguised as a drow, apparently an emissary of the Black Spider. She took her own life rather than be questioned. King Groll has given you really no real information except that the Black Spider is a drow. That is the one thing you did not know before, and that he or she may have already set up operations at Wave Echo Cave. The map itself, it looks like what was happening here. Everybody make an intelligence and or insight if you have insight skill check. Difficulty 15.
Oh, 15. Okay, 16.
No.
No, I failed it.
No. So yeah, you think that maybe that the Black Spider's trying to get rid of any other competition, anyone who has any knowledge of Wave Echo Cave.
That explains why he's trying to kill King Groll.
So
Alright, so we're all rested up. How many miles is it into town? It was like 7 miles or something like that?
no, it's
a hike.
much further than that. It's
a long way.
it's a full day. To Phandelver, it's gonna be 25 miles. It'll take you an entire day to get there.
Probably should have done a long rest then.
We're gonna be fatigued.
Yeah, if we don't do a long rest, we're gonna get fatigued.
Exhaustion, which is like disadvantage, I think.
Yeah.
So I
Everything.
guess take the hour. That's the hour for the long rest.
No,
right? Is
hour short rest. Long.
Oh.
It's 8 hours.
it 8 hours.
Yeah.
So that'll put us midday in the middle of the castle.
Wait, are you guys
We're
in the castle?
No, we're in that safe area
We
where we
should
left
be.
Droop.
Okay, so
Droop
where
was-
you made camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like, we'll say that's like a
It was like
10
a
minutes away from the castle.
And we can take watches that won't affect the exhaustion.
All right.
All right, let's do it. So we'll take our long 8-hour rest.
Okay.
Everyone gets their skills back that's been expended. So your bardic rest of inspiration.
Right.
I think your cure wounds comes back.
Yeah.
My spell slots come back.
And
Before that happens,
This handsome grin comes
Before that
back.
happens,
I will use another hit die to try and get back to full health.
well, if we take a long rest, you just automatically get full health, right?
No, you get your hit die back. I think, right?
you get your hit die back,
But
get
you
your
don't get
hit
your
points
HP.
back.
Oh, okay. Well then.
All right. Well, I'll
Sweet.
just use the dice.
Look it up. You got the rulebook over there, right?
If we're
Ladies
doing,
and gentlemen,
if you're doing a
we don't
long
know what
rest,
we're
you're
doing.
not going to need that die.
As we,
'Cause we're gonna get
go
everything back. That's
through
what we're checking. So hold on.
Long
on that.
rest. Anybody here know more than us about D&D? Feel free to let us know.
I hate
what
when they
you
have
screw
like
up.
long rest. See resting.
Good night,
Yeah, I
Hercules.
know, that's
Just
so annoying.
tell me what page it's on.
Exactly. Just
Resting
put the
points to
frickin'
something
page.
else.
186. I mean,
Oh.
is it really so hard for them to just
Just
put
say 186
instead of C resting? Like,
It's the same amount of
it's like
typing.
it's like whoever made the index is kind of like, you know what, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna make this as difficult
all right.
as possible.
Yeah. Which character sleeps at least 6 hours and performs no more than 2 hours of light activity. At the end of a long rest, a character regains all lost hit points, regains spent hit dice equal to a number of dice equals. Regains spent hit dice up to a number of dice equal to half of the character's total number of them. That's not confusing at all.
Minimum of 1 die.
Okay,
So
so
you get-
minimum, but if you have
Up
like
to-
if you have
you
4
get
dice,
half of your hit dice back.
cool.
So I actually get everything back that I just spent during the short rest.
For example, if you have 8 hit die, you regain 4 upon finishing a long rest. Can't benefit from more than 1 long rest in 24
Okay.
hours.
We're good.
So,
So we have all our hit points back.
So let's see here. Hang on one second.
All our hit
though.
points, and
However,
we're about early morning.
before that happens,
Hey, shouldn't we get like XP for killing Grawl and the thing?
yes,
And the 3
yes.
goblins and the.
Before that happens,
Nothing happens.
5 hours in.
5 hours in. Who's on watch?
Who is on the? This would be whoever's on 3rd watch.
I'm a night person,
Dillian, yeah, you're on watch.
so I'm currently on watch.
Okay.
All right, 3 hours in, you hear some noise. Make a perception check for me, please.
14 plus 2, 16.
16. Make a stealth roll.
I don't just pass that. 17.
You hear a group of orcs passing by, probably about 4 in number. You're not sure if they're the ones that have been making attacks along the trail or not. Make one more stealth check.
23.
The orcs pass you by.
Cool.
All right.
We're sleeping, so we have no
It's
idea.
like,
I was
I was
you
gonna
guys
say
don't know
we're
what's happening.
asleep.
I almost wanted to make him roll to see if he rolled over on his bagpipes.
No, I've moved all that shit away from the party, and it's
Alright.
all in the stuff on the side, so nothing could work.
Yeah, we would have been fine.
Okay, so yeah, you guys finish your long rest. You make your way back. So by this time, it is now noon. When you finally stir, nothing else seems to happen for the rest of the night. You guys make your way through the woods of Neverwinter. As you emerge from the woods, you kind of find yourself through the rolling hills there of the Neverwinter Plain just south of that. And now you've hit Tribor Trail. Let me roll one more dice here.
Do it. We all fall to our deaths.
When you notice that something isn't quite right, you look around in the plains and you see the long grass stirring. When you realize a group of wolves is trailing you. Everybody make an initiative. Hey, what's up, man? You were running from what?
Oh, I was
From wolves? These guys are running from wolves.
16.
We all fall to our death. So, let's roll some initiative as a pack of wolves has caught your scent.
Droop behind me.
Can't
I
Tannic
got
try and
20.
calm them down?
17 plus 3.
Okay, give me 1 second here because I gotta add all these.
Tannic can attempt to, because it seems like they're just wild wolves. So we'll give Tannic the chance to, if he rolls a high enough initiative.
Actually, I can try too.
These-
I have animal handling.
These are
so.
wolves led by the bug or the owlbear.
Led by
Nope,
the owlbear.
nope. That owlbear is locked up. Can't get anywhere. All I can imagine is like I pull
All right,
open the door,
Tannic
open the door, and all of a sudden it just
is-
yells in that comedic faction, and I'm just like,
9.
nope.
Dillian, initiative.
20.
DJ,
13.
13. Shin,
16.
16. Zero,
16.
16. All right, roll off. Dance off, bro.
6.
the universe relies on
What'd you roll?
Just
Uh,
you don't have to add it. Just
No,
whatever you
just
roll.
what did you roll?
6.
What'd you? Okay.
6. Yeah.
Okay, so Zero will go before you.
Oh, I should have brought the fantastic gymnastics.
What? You should have brought some fantastic gymnasts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Oh yeah.
That sounds like a video. Number 5.
Number 5.
All right.
Fantastic gymnast number 5.
Dillian, what would you like to do? So there are kind of 4 wolves arrayed here. I would say 2 that are flanking on the right side of the party, 2 flanking on the left side of the party, trying to find a meal as they kind of smell Droop.
Oh, poor Drew. Well, we gotta protect him for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and do hide action behind 10. Oh my God, 1 plus 7, so I get 8.
All right. They kind of notice you, and see you as easy prey.
Awesome. Okay, so let me go ahead. How close are they on my right side?
I would say they're within 10 feet.
10 feet.
They've kind of snuck up on you guys.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and use
So
my
you're
short
forced
sword.
to fight them.
Yep. Let's see if I hit. 19 for the hit.
Yeah, definitely hits.
All right.
These guys have an AC of 13.
So 4 plus 3 is 7. I don't get my sneak attack. So I
Right.
do 7 damage to the wolf on my right. That's
It's
flanking
just a
on the
wolf.
right.
Just press the attack with
Okay,
your
we're
I
gonna
can't.
we're gonna
I
call
did
that
the
guy.
hide. My bonus action was a hide.
Oh.
We're gonna say the ones on the right are 1 and 2, and the ones on the left are 3 and 4.
All right. So I'm attacking wolf number 1.
Okay, and how much did you do?
7 damage.
Okay, yeah. So you strike at this one, so it kind of has dodged in a little bit braver than the others there to kind of run in, and then you slice at it, catching it across one of its legs as it yelps and kind of gets back into formation with the other wolf. Realizing that they're maybe not as easy prey as they initially thought. A wolf from the left-hand side makes a lunge at Gundren, and unfortunately for the wolf, Gundren is able to jump away as teeth snap on empty air, and you hear this snarling.
Thank God, because he has 4 HP.
Yeah.
Yeah, as it snarls and runs back, kind of dodges back into formation. The wolf on the other side, seeing its mate attacked, strikes out at you, Dillian, and does a what is that? A 9 plus
Not enough.
4. So yeah.
14.
Yeah, so snaps teeth again, snapping at empty air as that wolf dodges back off to the side in formation with its mate.
Dodge roll.
Ciro, what would you like to do, sir?
Alright, we'll do they're both
They're 10 feet away, so you could.
Yeah,
do-
they're all within range. Well, so is everybody else.
Well, they're
I
off to
thought-
our left, so he could.
one
He
of
could not hit us with an AOE if you wanted to.
one on either side has already gone up and attacked though, right?
But then they dodge
The one
back
on your
into
right hand
formation.
side, yeah. So they've kind of
Okay.
they're like over here on the right side, and they kind of come up, attack, and back off.
Oh, okay, then I'll go 11 feet to the left
Okay.
and cast Arms of Hater.
Woohoo!
All right, we've been waiting
For
for
the
this.
first time.
For the first time in forever. Hey, Panay Gaming, ranked number 1. Thank you for hanging out in this stream, Jill. I appreciate it.
Wow.
Alright, so that's a strength saving throw of 12.
Okay, strength saving throw of 12. These guys are +1. So one of them does succeed. Both of them succeed
Oh, shucks.
at
Okay.
their strength saving
Failed
throws.
save.
14 and a 15 +1 each.
Oh, well, anyway, on a successful save, the creatures take half damage.
Okay.
Of 3d6.
Oh, wow. Okay.
5 plus 6 plus 3,
Ooh, 14.
which is 14, so 7.
All right. So a couple of the
Apiece.
wolves. That's you went off to the right hand side or left?
Left.
Okay, so then wolves 3 and 4 each take quite a bit of damage. You see them, and these are the tentacles kind of come out from you.
Yes, the tentacles.
Yeah, so you see him kind of run off to the left-hand side as he kind of cackles almost insanely, and you see this dark magic kind of come out as these black tentacles flow out, grabbing onto the wolf, slamming each one to the ground, dealing quite a bit of damage, but yet not enough to take them out as they kind of are confused and get back into circling Zero now.
And I'm gonna try and retreat back into the party.
Okay, one of them I am going to give an opportunity attack, however.
Oh, shoot.
And he's going to hit you. Do a strength saving throw, difficulty 11 for me.
1.
All right, so he hits you for 5 damage, knocking you to the ground as he shreds some of your fine robes.
No!
Those blue sleeves, just too appetizing as he draws blood on your arms there. So you guys may want to, Shin, you may want to help out there, your buddy,
I think
as
I'm
he
gonna
has now
have
been
to.
knocked to the ground. What would you like to do, sir?
All right.
Now
as well
you,
as I
so you
hoped.
have the ability. So just explain this to me.
So
and for the
basically-
viewers here, you have the ability to make 2 attacks.
So the way this
per
works
turn,
is
right?
on my first turn of combat,
Okay.
I gain 10,
This is your first turn.
yes, I gain 10 feet of movement speed,
Okay.
and I get an additional attack action
Interesting.
that is not an offhand.
Okay.
So I can essentially attack 3 times.
And you can
Correct.
attack 2 different targets with those 2 separate attacks, right?
In theory, I could, yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So you've got 2 wolves on your left-hand side. Both have been, heavily damaged by his spell, but
Okay.
now he's down on the ground.
All right. So then I'll attack the first wolf that's near him, that's closest to me, I guess.
Okay.
I'll
So
run
we'll
straight
say
up.
that's number 3.
Number 3. All right. And then that will be a 13.
That hits. They have
Okay.
an armor class of 13.
All right. And so that does 8 damage.
Vinny, F you, Joe. There you go. And how much?
8 damage.
Oh, right. So yeah, while this wolf has been latched onto his arm, he's distracted to the point where he doesn't see you come rush up behind him. You kind of flip your sword around into grip, pommel down as you stab straight down into its back, and it yelps as it releases its grip, and you yank the sword out as it gets up and tries to walk away, limping slowly. When it just settles down and falls over, this wolf now out of the fight. And your second attack?
And my second attack, I'll go after the other wolf that is wounded.
Yep.
Did he attack? All right. So, that one's gonna be a 7.
Yeah, so you swing at that one, it has recovered a bit, and it dodges off to the side.
And then I'll use my offhand to attack it again. All right, so that one is going to be a 19 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
All right. And it's going to be 9 damage.
Okay, so this one, as it's dodging off to the side, you recover with your offhand and then lunge at it. You bringing your left hand around and stabbing that one again, just right through the rib cage as you feel the ribs give way as your sword parts them into the vital organs of this beast. You yank the sword out, and it too collapses dead.
Zero, buddy, you okay?
I don't want to do that again.
All right, so 3 and 4 are out of the fight so quickly. DJ, what would you like to do? So you've got 2 wolves off to your right, about 10 feet.
And you're not near them right now. They're
off
in
to the left
formation.
side.
All right, so I'm gonna cast Shatter on them.
Okay,
I can aim at a point behind them, so nobody else will be in it.
that sounds good.
They need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, they roll +1 to their Constitution. What's the difficulty?
Is it my spell save DC? It
Yes.
doesn't, because it doesn't say.
It'd
Okay.
be your
My spell save DC is 13.
okay. So the first one succeeds with an 18. Second one fails with an 8.
Okay, so the one that
Or nine.
failed takes 15 points of damage, and the other one takes half. I don't know if it's rounded up or rounded down.
It's probably rounded down.
Okay, so 15 and 7
7.
points of damage.
Okay, and what is the? Tell me about this spell.
Okay, Shatter. A sudden, loud, ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point of your choice within range. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a Constitution saving throw. A creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one. If it's made of inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal, it has disadvantage on this saving throw.
Interesting. Okay.
It's just
So
a
you
really
see-
big off-pitch bagpipe note.
Yes! That's what
So
it is.
off to the just kind of off into the grass there, you suddenly see this impact bubble explode with these wolves in the radius. One of those wolves, already wounded from the fight, falls over and is knocked over by the blast. It lays still and doesn't get up. The second one, again bowled over, lands on its feet. And you did how much to that one? 14. What was the total total damage?
There was
14?
15 to one, and
15.
then
7
7
to
to
the
the
on
other.
So that was enough to kill both of them. As you
I just killed
knock
them with
over-
an off-tune
Bagpipe.
Yeah, you just hear this.
Yeah,
Kinda
buddy,
sound.
don't quit your day job. Okay?
This is my day job.
All right. So yeah, you guys take a moment out of combat as you look around. You don't really see anything of note in the area. Nobody's fired any arrows.
Are you okay, Droop?
Yeah, help him to his feet. Droop actually is passed out in the battle. You guys didn't even notice. You guys help him to his feet as he slowly recovers. But yeah, so back
Continue
on your
back.
journey. You guys take a quick. Oh my gosh! Hang on one second. Are we still live? I'm getting some bad pings here.
Yeah, we're still live.
I'm showing you.
All right,
Yeah,
I just want to
it's
make sure we're
still
not
live.
dropping frames. Guys, let me know if there's any technical issues here. Just want to make sure we're not dropping any frames or anything.
Or
'cause
if we
I've got
sound
some-
horrible.
or if we've got some bad sound like last week that was not good because we don't know what we're doing. Anyway, so you guys managed to make it the rest of the way. You guys take a quick break for a spot at dinner, but as it's growing towards nightfall, you make your way back into town, into the outskirts of Phandelver. Gundren asks you to meet him at the inn as he goes and heads to the town hall to talk with Sildar, as you guys had already let him know what was happening in town there.
I think we
Can we
that
not
casket
talk
of
with-
ale. Just saying.
Can we not talk with Sildar also?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you guys would like to go.
Well, I
meet
have
with
his
Sildar there.
sword, so I.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's see here. So Sildar, as you guys make your way to the town hall, Sildar meets up with you, and Gundren and Sildar kind of exchange pleasantries. You know, they both thought the other was dead, type of deal, and wondered how they were doing. And you know, it's like, well, you know, thanks to these lads, we've managed to make it this far. I can't believe, you know, we've made it. We've come out of this alive. I thought you were dead for sure. And thank you, you know, and to you, thank you for bringing me my sword. Something that I was sure was truly lost, including my life. Again, thank you for saving me. He gives you 20 gold. He's like, here's a bit of gold that I have on me. So he gives you 20 gold for recovering his sword. I guess the question is Gundren says, well, really, we need to talk about what's next, and based on some of the information that we gleaned here at Cragmore Castle, it looks like the Black Spider has set up operations already at Waveecho Cave, and I'm quite worried about my brothers. We need to see if we can find them. Let's see if I can keep up this Scottish accent for a long period of time, because as a matter of fact, it takes quite a bit of concentration to keep in character.
Is it normal to have drows in this area?
You know, actually, drow, wherever they turn up, are rare on the surface, and usually it's either unfortunately, in criminal enterprises. More and more, though, you do see drow, such as the famed adventurer Drizzt, and that's what we hope. But and I don't want to profile, but you know, drow can be unsavory types.
So, how do we know that it's not just another shapeshifter that looks like maybe they're all doppelgangers that just decided to look drow to make them seem worse than they are?
It is possible. However, I would posit that doppelgangers are a bit rare. Much more rare than you would even see of drow.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, they make great agents for criminal organizations. Have leveraged these doppelgangers to infiltrate enemy organizations and spies, useful as spies. But I would say it's possible. It would definitely warrant further investigation.
Thank you, Sildar. As always,
you
you're a
should
fount
talk
of
like this
information.
more often, says Rainbow
Yes.
6479. As a matter of fact, I'm going to talk like this all the time.
All the time.
All Hello. the time.
Well,
My
like
name-
this or like the Scottish?
Would you like
the
me to
dwarf?
talk like the Scotsman, or
Gundrens?
with an English accent? Should I sound like I'm from the north?
It's actually
Or from
impressive
London.
going back and forth between the two.
Right. So
I should just keep talking from one to the other. So Gundren. So Sildar.
all right.
All right, Diltil, knock it off.
Sildar recommends. So, well, one thing I would recommend is there. I know that there have been quite a few goings on in the area, not just with the orcs, but with the. There's an adventurer here, and I think you may have heard some of the rumors floating around town. I would definitely recommend checking out some of this information, and let's see how much more of this is connected in this black spider's web, so to speak.
Maybe all of it is.
Possibly all of it. If you can make do with some of this, we might be able to gain some more insight into what's happening with Wave Echo Cave and take apart this operation bit by bit.
Can we just
Or
call
we
it
could just
Waco?
knock down the front door and ask him what's going on.
Let's just call it Waco Cave.
Waco Cave.
Wave Echo Cave.
Waco. So at this point in time, it is.
It's the WEC.
Well, it was noon. So
Yes.
yeah, I would say
yes,
it's roughly about.
This is
10
a nerdy
o'clock.
game, X no game.
Yes, this is definitely a nerdy game. So at this time, it's. That's right. It's evening. You guys.
Let's go. Since we're in town, let's
about
go
10
ahead.
o'clock.
Let's check out the wares. Oh wait, everything's closed by now.
Yeah, it's about 10 o'clock in the evening.
Let's go have a drink.
It's kind of gone.
We do have that nice cask of ale we found.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
So let's go ahead and crack that open for it. We got 20 glasses, 5 glasses each. Let's just get smashed.
Well, 4 each because Tenek is with us.
Oh yeah, that's right. 4 each. That'll be enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is
All
that
right.
potty pooper gonna drink any more than 2?
Well, I'm wondering how much Zero can take.
We're about to find out, and we all drink ourselves into a stupor for the night, and then we pick it up in the morning.
So another long rest.
Okay, so the next morning, you guys get up, and it's a little bit later in the morning. They've, of course.
We should have just role played the whole drinking scene. Maybe roll some dice, like gamble.
Oh man, we should just pull out in the middle of it. Was it Red Dragon Inn?
Oh!
That's actually a really good idea. At some point when we're in
Hey Ann, how you doing? How's it going?
when we're in the middle
Welcome-
of a campaign, we just
welcome
need to say
to-
we're in the inn.
Yeah,
And
let's
then we
do
start
it.
just playing Red Dragon Inn for
Yeah.
a round.
Sildar joins you for a drink, and he lets you know. He's like, "Look, you guys have done good work around here.
Yes, we have.
As a matter of fact, I'd like to talk to you about joining the
Nope.
organization." So he extends an invitation to join the organization from the Lords of Waterdeep, essentially kind of establishing law and order. He says, "Look, don't answer now.
Okay,
Think
good.
about it. Let's talk about it. Yeah, after all of this business has been taken care of.
What's the
But this is the
compensation?
absolutely. Hey, and we are going.
Yeah,
we're
I'm
going
spinning
good.
the gold
I'm
dagger that
glad
I
you
have. So
like
what's the compensation?
Well,
Spinning it on
as
the
as
table.
you are assigned missions and as you gain rank within the organization, you can find yourself. Hey, and welcome home. Holy crap! It's 4:30 in the morning. How did you? What'd y'all do? Did you have a good time out there? Yeah, if you get home at 4:30 in the morning, you probably had a good time.
Yeah.
We are kind of just wrapped up a castle attack here with we don't know what we're doing. Taken out King Groll of the goblins, of the Cragmaw goblins, and have managed to recover quite a bit of treasure, as well as a map to Wave Echo Cave, and rescue their patron, Gundren Rockseeker, as they prepare for the next phase.
You
of their
apparently took a
adventure.
knife wound.
And what?
You took a knife wound to the head. Right, to the chest. There we go.
The
when
dwarf
doppelganger.
Gundren.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
well, you healed him after that.
Yes.
Yeah, the doppelganger was trying to murder him quickly before you guys were able to get him, and it was
I'm
hoping
sad
to,
we
to
didn't get
recover.
to question the doppelganger.
Same here.
Yeah.
So
Alright, so before we head out, I want to check to see if we received any new wares in town, any new weapons.
Should we sell off what we have?
Yeah.
again, kind of a long. Well, I'd say we'll do all the admin stuff offline.
Okay.
But again, remember this is a frontier town. There's not a lot of there's not going to be any magical items. If you were out of crossbow bolts, if you want to get your weapons re-owned, that sort of thing. You kind of deal with the daily maintenance of your armor, weapons, and the like.
We're not going to sell the golden knife. I'm keeping that, by the way.
Okay,
I'm just keeping that on my person.
We'll take it out of your winnings or out of the share.
alrighty. Yeah, so you guys prepare.
I already did a sleight of hand check, so.
Well, I didn't do a perception check.
I was gonna say, wait, hold on a second. I don't have any PMs here.
Oh, that's right. Hold on.
Anyway,
I noted it. Hold on.
So it is the next morning. We'll deal with the admin stuff, and you can sell off the weapons.
Well, it's not really
and
a
any
sleight
other-
of hand since I was
any
actually
other
using it for
items.
intimidation.
Yeah. Who
Never mind.
has the statuette?
I did not grab that, but we did. Grab
Oh,
it.
Tanik has it.
Sure.
Tanik's the mule, so he has everything that we can't carry.
Yeah. So he kind of holds on to that. He actually gives it to Ciro. Ciro, do an Arcana check for me, please. Difficult?
9.
Yeah, no. Okay. So you'll need to probably cast Identify on it, but you realize that it does have some magical properties.
Okay.
I should probably take that next level.
So at this point in time, you guys have a little bit of information here. You've got a few things to take care of. One being, heading to Wave Echo Cave. The other thing being unraveling some of the other happenings and goings on around the town. And that will probably require interviewing some of those people. So do you have a list of all of the rumors and the like?
I did at some point.
I have one right here. a list.
Okay.
So one that stands out to me is Lanara Minor. Orc raiders have been seen to the east of Tribor Trail. And
Marvin,
Yeah.
I said something else.
All right, we'll have to do that one later.
Yeah, there's the orcs and Tribor Trail. We got the red brands.
yep.
You said something about an adventure, and I don't remember that.
That was to get the brothers, I think, was the adventure. And then the Four Orcs was the other side mission. And then after that was Crackmaw Castle. Those were the 3 that we had standing.
So the adventurer one was to rescue the 2 brothers?
Yes, because they're supposed to be camped out at the cave.
I mean, I do want to find the 2 brothers.
Two
Yeah, I was gonna
brothers!
say.
Two brothers.
I think
And they're
that's-
coming right at you with old women, just Vikings with weapons and Mexican armadas.
It's just 2 brothers.
It's just 2 brothers. It's just called 2 brothers. Sorry, some Rick and Morty references there, guys.
Oh, okay. I was wondering.
If you haven't seen Rick and Morty, watch Rick and Morty.
It's
What's wrong with you? It's amazing. It's hilarious.
You're a failure.
It's hilarious. All right. So
Another rumor.
I guess I will just tell them to you because you guys are not.
Hold on. I think I have it.
I actually typed them all in chat.
I know, but I was thinking
And
about
sent
going
them.
back to them, but it's
In
probably
chat.
so far back up in chat at this point.
Sister
didn't
Gorell, who
copy and
oversees the
paste
Shrine
them.
of Luck, recently left town for a few days.
Capture Gundren Rockseeker. Know where Cragmaw Castle is. The orcs
All right.
going through the passages.
So Sister Garael, who oversees the Shrine of Luck, recently left town for a few days, then returned wounded and exhausted. So that's one thing. The second thing. Are you writing this down?
I'm Sister Gorell, wounded,
Shrine of Luck.
exhausted.
Sister Garael, Shrine of Luck. The second thing. Darren Edermath, the Orchard Keeper, is a former adventurer.
And that's all we know about him?
That's all you know.
Okay.
Orc raiders have been seen on the east end of Tribor Trail. The town master is looking for someone to run them off. So this is the quest from the town master to
Right.
kill the orcs. Trilena, the innkeeper's wife, Fel Drendrar, was murdered by the Red Brands. You guys already took care of that.
Yeah.
Pip Toblin, young son, Quillen Alderleaf's son, said he found a secret tunnel in the woods. This is the tunnel that leads to
Red
the Red
Brands.
Brands stronghold. And then Freda, more complaining about the Red Brands,
Okay.
but they don't handle Phandelin Miners. They don't hassle Phandelin Miners Exchange.
Phandelver Miners Exchange.
One location. So yet another location you have not been to in
Okay.
town.
Well, I would like to first go see Darren because that is an amazing name.
Daran, however. So you make your
The
way.
former adventurer.
You make your way to a tiny little cottage beside an apple orchard. As you approach, you see outside a fit, silver-haired half-elf, well over 100 years old. No, seeing a fellow half-elf, he says, "Well met."
Well met, Darren.
And so he engages. He's like, I would personally like to thank you for assisting with the red brands, as these have been, a blight on this town ever since I've come here. I would take care of them myself, but unfortunately, I'm incredibly lazy and retired. No, I've taken a vow of peace, and I've sworn to never raise my sword again. And I'm glad that you've managed to take a stand against the leader Glassstaff.
So you were a great adventurer in your day?
And so he tells you that he's a member of the Order of the Gauntlet, a devout, vigilant group that seeks to protect others from the depredations of evildoers. They're always vigilant, ready to smite evil, enforce justice, and enact retribution on any who might try to subjugate or harm others.
Order of the Goblet?
Gauntlet.
Gauntlet.
Yeah. He's no longer active on the Order. He's no longer active in the Order, but he does look for people, who try to hold on to those types of virtues, and he considers, the party in general to be the good guys, since they've taken care of the red brands. He does also mention to you, there in the hills northeast of Phandelver, there's someone digging around in these ruins known as the Old Owl Well. More disturbingly, prospectors in the area have reported being chased from the area by undead. If you could visit the ruins, it's about a 2-day march northeast of Phandelver. Find out who's there and what they're up to. These ruins are an old watchtower of an ancient magical empire known as the Netheril. Netheril. Because you're writing this down.
Netheril? Netheril?
Yes, and my biggest fear is that dangerous ancient magic may be dormant there.
Okay.
Cyril's interest is peaked.
Indeed.
So's mine.
I'm scrolling in my notes heavily.
Because I'm going to be casting detect magic. a
I'm
lot.
still not that enthusiastic. I haven't heard dollar figures yet.
Well, it is ancient ruins. There's usually treasure.
Yeah, there's gonna be treasure there.
So it's
Ancient
kind of
ruins
an
means
observe.
ancient gold, my friend.
So this is kind of an observe and report type of mission that he's requesting that you go on. If you're able to just kind of get information on what's happening there, that's.
Does he need accurate information? Because I can tell him a good story.
Yes, he does.
I could do persuasion.
He does need accurate information. Tannic would not let you lie to the guy bald face outright.
Well,
Right, first of all.
Thank you, Darren. It's nice seeing another half elf, especially one that is
Absolutely.
done as well in your life as you have.
Well, he kind of looks at you like you're being sarcastic because he has kind of a small house. He's alone
I mean, as an adventurer,
in the orchard. He's kind of, I try, but just too much blood has been shed in my life, and I would just like to raise my apples in peace.
Well,
can I have an
it's
apple?
too much blood
Absolutely.
for one and not enough for others.
All of you, please help
I-
yourself. And so he actually gives you guys a couple of days' rations worth of dried apples.
Nice.
So if you have nothing else to eat, you do have these apples to take with you. So
Droop,
take
do you want an
yourself,
apple, Droop?
a couple apples apiece.
Oh, thank you. I love an apple.
Do you guys want to see what Sister Gavel has to say before we decide what we're gonna do?
Yeah, let's go find out what she has to say. The Shrine of Luck, right?
Right. So this is Phandelver's only temple. Really, is a small shrine made of stones taken from nearby ruins, and it's dedicated to Tymora, Tymora, the goddess of luck and good fortune. As you approach, you see an elderly, scholarly acolyte, Sister Garel. She's a young elf who despairs of ever ridding the Phandelver of the red brand. So, of course, now she's incredibly grateful for your assistance, and she thanks you for your thank you again for your assistance in ridding. And this is kind of the same gushing that you've gotten from all over town as you make your way through the town. People thanking you for your assistance with the Red Brands, and so she tells you, she's like, so how can I help you?
Do we get any perks from the shrine if we worship at it?
This is not Skyrim.
So we
Yes,
heard
for
that
5 minutes you get better dice rolls.
So we heard you left town for a few days. Can you tell us what happened on this trip of yours and why?
Right.
Problems
So
you encountered?
So she lets you know she's actually a member of the Harpers, and those of you who, some of you who may have spent time in Neverwinter realize that this is a network of adventurers and spies who advocate equality and oppose the abuse of power. They gather information generally to thwart tyrants or any leader or government or group that grows too strong, and they aid the weak, the poor, the oppressed. She mentions that she's been asked to undertake a delicate mission. Her superiors have asked her to persuade a banshee named Agatha to answer a question about a spell book. So she sought out Agatha in her lair, but the creature didn't appear for her. So she is looking to find someone to help bring Agatha a suitable gift, like actually a silver jeweled comb that she shows you, and persuade the creature to tell what she knows about the location about the location of a spell book belonging to a legendary mage named Bowgentle. Bowgentle.
Thank God. I was half expecting Bojangles. I'm like,
Bojangles.
Gentle.
His name Bojangles. He's from Louisiana.
Hey, yo, Balarin. We're doing Dungeons and Dragons today, but
So-
generally,
Oh yes. Actually, I'm exploding Evio right down here in the left hand side of the screen. Yes, I am a variety streamer, so I do all different kinds of games, including PS4 adventure games, PUBG, Rules of Survival on mobile, as well as Dungeons and Dragons on Sunday. So every Sunday at 12:30 Central Time, we are playing D&D and going through the Lost Mines of Phandelver right now. So it's kind of about a whole bunch of different things. Let me know what you're interested in, if there's any games that you'd like to see played, and yeah, we'll get that on the plate there
Monopoly.
to get going. So we're not playing Monopoly, except for Monopoly. Roll a persuasion check, difficulty 100.
27.
Nope, not playing Monopoly. All right, so.
since she's part of the Harpers, can I roll a persuasion check to get more information from her in Thieves' Cant? Because it was part of an Assassin's Guild or something like that for equality?
She does not speak Thieves' Cant.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
She lets you know, look, if you can help me, I have 3 potions of healing to offer as payment for your efforts.
We have
Nope.
a lot of potions of healing.
Do you?
We have at least
How many?
7?
Yeah,
I think
Really?
we have
Yeah.
like seven.
We haven't had to use any of them yet.
we
What are you doing?
haven't.
Oh, so
I think we had like 5 before we got the 3 from
Plus,
today.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's take a step back here. I want to give you guys XP. For Grawl,
For Groll, the Drow, the Wolf,
The 4 wolves,
the 3
hobgoblins.
hobgoblins, 2 wolves, and then 4 more wolves. So we have 7 wolves, 3 hobgoblins, King Droll, and the
yeah, there's a
King
set
Droll.
amount for all of this stuff. So,
Oh, that's BS.
so give yourselves each 330
Wow.
XP.
So 540.
And then you'll give yourselves an additional. Hang on one second here. Let me figure out this one.
If we level up again, that's gonna be insane.
1 crisp high 5.
That's what you get. Okay. Bear with me 1 second here. This dead air is
Brought to you by.
other people not talking while I'm doing stuff.
You know, we need to do more role playing. Like,
That would be nice.
so Ciro, where do you come from?
Where do I come from?
Yes. We've been adventuring for a while now.
Can I pay him another copper to shut him up?
Well, as you can
I'm
tell,
trying to do the opposite of what
I
a
come
bard
from a
needs to
wealthy
do.
family.
Oh.
From Athkatla. In fact.
What did you always have a talent for these arts, or what made you decide to study magic?
I was visited.
Interesting.
I was visited.
Not you, this gold knife that I'm observing.
Ah, well, screw you.
All right.
As I take more,
Dillian,
observe more into the
could you
ornate
not
values.
be an asshole?
So you guys take
Depends on how much
an
it
extra
costs.
40 XP apiece for the wolf encounter.
40 XP a piece?
Yeah.
Sweet. So we are at now 700.
Of how many?
1800.
All right. So I think we're getting close to time here. I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up for today, guys.
What? We can keep going.
I've got to go pick up my son from the daycare.
He's fine.
So, on that note, not to call CPS.
Yes, I take care of my kids. So yeah. Thank you everyone for joining us for We Don't Know What We're Doing. I am Exploding Evo. We're going to wrap things up as they have been given quite a few quests. They have a few decisions to make in the next few weeks as we get through the rest of the Lost Mines of Phandelver.
Follow me at 2.1 on Twitch.
That's right. Follow 2.1 at Twitch or www.twitch.tv/2.1. Also, check out Addie Lane, ADYLAINE on Facebook. And everyone, you guys have a good day.
Bye, 3D Milky Way. Thanks for joining.